All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday, everybody. How we doing? How we feeling? Are we anxious? You see the smile on my face. I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait for tomorrow. Do me a favor. Let me know if the audio's good. Let me know if the visual's good. Give me a thumbs up. Or either let me know that I'm good in the comment section. What's going on, everybody? We finally made it. We're finally here. One more sleep. One more sleep. We wake up tomorrow and Giants play football. I'm excited about that. Thank you, Hirsch, for letting me know I'm good. Thank you very much. What's going on, man? How's everybody doing, man? How is everybody doing? I'm excited about tonight, man. I'm excited about tomorrow. I'm excited about tonight's show. Um, you know what? We gonna wing it, right? We gonna talk all the talk that we want to. We're gonna talk about the game. We're gonna talk about what we want to see. We're gonna talk about the expectations. We're gonna talk a little bit of trash. We around family. Get comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable. And we about to get into it, man. I'm gonna do a quick roll call and we're gonna get right into this, man. We're gonna get right into this. Give me just a moment to get up. Hey, Smokey, yeah, I saw the Florida game. Yeah. It didn't look good. DJ Lagway is the truth, though, man. He had a bad game. He's good though. My man Harvey Ave in the building says we here. We here for it all. Week 1 is here straight. BTA, y'all know what that means. Belter. He says, on the Mouthy Commanders, New York Giants, let's go. That's a fact. Smokey says, what's good, man? Can't wait for tomorrow. Go Giants. You know what it is, man. You know what it is. I got into it too, man. I said, I'm ready to pack these Commanders up. You see, even I'm getting involved. Luann says, Yerp. What's going on, Luann? She says, hell yeah, we're going to pack up these Commanders. That's a fact. My man Smokey says, yes, sir. Seti, what's going on? Seti says, let's go Giants. My man Ryan, Big Blue Podcast in the building. What's going on, Ryan? Said, we here, man. We absolutely here. My man Joseph Wilcox in the building. He said, hey, Dash, what's going on, Joseph, man? How the grandkids doing? I know it's been about a week since you seen them. You know, they let you rest unless you back down there with the grandkids. Shout out to my man Joseph in the building. Lucas Levison, what's going on? He says, Big Dash is streaming New York Giants football is tomorrow. What is better? I don't know what's better. New York Giants are definitely better. Seeing the New York Giants play finally, and it's crazy too, man. I don't know if anybody else felt it this week, Pauls. The week was long. The week dragged. I only worked 4 days this week. We had the holiday on Monday. It felt it took forever. It's still taking forever. I'm ready to go to sleep right now just so I can get up in the morning for football. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I feel like right now. Shout out to my man Leo Luca in the building. Says, let's go, Big Blue. My man Jessa in the building said, yo, what's going on, Jessa? Hirsch for real. Said, what's good, Dash? What's good, Hirsch for real? Leo Lucas saying hello, Dash, too. Yo, man. Get caught up. My man Dwayne Murphy in the building. What's going on, Dwayne? He says, Dash, we are finally back. That's a fact. Andre Graham in the building said it's time. It's time to put BTA. It's time to put BTA on these guys. My man Rick Torture in the building. Rick, what's going on, Rick? How we doing? How we doing tonight? I know, Rick, I already know. You've been live all week, brother. I already know what it is. My man Darren in the building, give me the thumbs up. Let me know that I'm good. Levels are good. That's what I like to hear. Thank you for the thumbs up. My man Dwayne. Yo, Dwayne, where you been, Dwayne? Where you been? He says, I'm tired of listening to these Commanders fans talking smack for real. Listen, I'm going live right now at the same time that the Commander Kings are going live right now. Almost felt like trolling them. But I'm going to leave it alone for right now. My man 0550, he says, in the building, I'm heading home to get some sleep so I can make the drive early in the morning. That's the fact because you're going to the game. So be safe out there. I saw New York Revival is already in the area. They met up with the Sis Scoob out there. So Scooby is out there already. New York Revival is out there already. I believe Authentic is already out. Well, Authentic lives out there. It's going to be some Giants in the building for sure. For sure. They already, they show up for them Commander games anyway. Let me see. My man Kevin says, Yerp. Xavier Anderson already getting right to the point. Straight to the point. Want to know tomorrow. That's a fact. Born for Sports in the building. What's going on, Born for Sports? If you're not subscribed to my man Born for Sports and you are a New York fan of any New York team, make sure you go ahead and do that. Shout out to my man Born for Sports. He says, ready to run through a wall right now. I'm ready for Giants football. That's what it is. The energy is live. Like, I don't know if you could tell. I'm live right now. And it's crazy, too, because there's other content creators in the Giants community going live at the same time. And you see that we're spread out. We spread out. Listen, I appreciate the love and support. I appreciate for the people that are hanging out with me. Again, we're gonna have some fun tonight, man. We're gonna talk about some things, and we're gonna have some fun tonight for sure. My man Jose in the building. Jose Contreras says levels are good. What's good, Dash? Hyatt is open. And look at this. This is you right on time, Jose, because I got a super chat. I got a super chat from my man Jay Ferris in the building. Hold on just a moment to get to the super chat. Shout out to my man Jay Ferris with the $10 super chat.
I need a dollar is what I need. Hey, hey.
All right, Jay Ferris. Sometimes I got to proofread it before I read it out loud, Jay Ferris. Hopefully. He says, I was just eating a W, but tomorrow is a big day for Big Dash. Show him the respect for putting in the time and talk to you and make his content, but tomorrow is the big day. What's the prediction? Now, he can ask me. He's asking everybody else as well. What's your prediction? Listen, I got the New York Giants winning. You already know what it is. You already know what it is, man. For me, I've been waiting for this game for so long. I've been dealing with Commander fans, just like my man Dwayne said. We've been dealing with these Commander fans yapping. Dealing with the Commander content creators, yapping. Shout out to my man Deuce that hung out with me on Wednesday though. But it's over with. Tomorrow's over with. It's no friends tomorrow. Guess what? You might have a family member that's a Commander fan, right? That's not family tomorrow. At least for 4 hours, it's not family. 3 hours, they're not family anymore. We could be family after the game, especially after we get this victory. We get this victory, man. That's a fact. Joseph Wilcox says, no worries, Dwayne. They will be silent tomorrow. Listen, it is what it is. My man, I'm somebody says the Rev is in the building. What up, Big Dash? What's going on? How we doing tonight, man? How we doing? I can't wait, man. I can't wait for tomorrow. Shout out to my man DeMarco Forbes in the building. Says, man, I'm so ready for tomorrow. Winning by 6. Listen, we already throwing out predictions. I'm here for it. All night. If you ain't even got to wait for me to ask for predictions, just throw it in the chat. I will read it. Whatever your prediction is, throw it in the chat already. We could do it throughout the video, throughout the stream. That's what we can do. Nathan McCartney says, with the schedule we have, we need to defeat our greatest opponent injury list every year. Now, that's a fact. Hopefully, keep the injury bug away. I believe that Andrew Thomas is listed as doubtful. Nobody's really expecting him to play anyway. At least I wasn't expecting him to play, and I've been saying that. So hopefully you guys weren't expecting him to play either. We might have got a little bit of hope thinking he was going to play. But if he's not ready, he's not ready. I don't need to see him out there. And this got to be the first time where Andrew Thomas is not in the game, but we don't even care. I mean, we care, but we don't care. Like, I think we can win without Andrew Thomas. And it's been a long time since we could say something like that, right? The vibes are real, man. The vibes are real. My man Darren says, if we're losing games due to injuries or the O-line, we throw Dart in anyway. Listen, man, I don't even want to talk about Dart right now. Shout out to Dart, though. I saw he was at the offensive lineman's dinner. So shout out to him for that. And guess what, man? He was on, I think in the picture, he was the only quarterback in the building with the offensive lineman. So I don't know if Russ was the one taking the picture or not, but Russ wasn't there, but Jackson Dart was definitely in there. Shout out to my man Jay Hernandez. Jay Hernandez with the $49.99 super chat.
I need a dollar is what I need. Okay.
He says Giants minus 2.5. Theo Johnson over 2.5 receptions. Thank me later. He giving out tips for the people out there. If you're a gambler, if you're gambling, gamble responsibly first of all. But the man is giving you a tip right now. Giants minus 2.5. And he said Theo Johnson over 2.5 receptions. So he's giving you a tip right there. Shout out to my man, Jay Hernandez. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you for the $49.99 super chat, the $50 super chat. Shout out to you. Where we at? My man Hirsch for real. Oh, no, that's Jay Ferris saying, what's up to Hirsch? My man A-Tone23 says, cannot wait for tomorrow. Let's get this dub. We're going to eat the dub tomorrow. That's a fact. Born for Sports says, salute to the chat. My man Tony High Point, what's going on, Tony? How we doing? He says, Dash, what it do? Just checking in. I appreciate the love and support. I appreciate you tuning in and checking in on your boy. Shout out to you. My man JJ the King, man. How we feeling, JJ? How we feeling, man? How we feeling, JJ? He says, hey, Commanders, the Big Blue Wrecking Crew is coming for you. Listen, you out here spitting bars in the comment section. You rhyming in the comment section. Shout out to you. My man said he's setting it off. He says 23-17 Giants. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. My man 0550 says formerly. Oh boy. Where's he at? Who? Oh, we ain't gonna do that. A-Tone says 35-20. Luann says 34-17. OKC, what's going on, OKC? He says 24-10. New York Giants with the dub. Shout out to my man Corinne Rock in the building. Said, what's good, Dash? Let's go, man. We gotta listen. We packing these Commanders up tomorrow. Are we packing these Commanders up or what? Now is the time to pack these guys up. We're gonna talk about it though. We're gonna get into a little bit of game planning, and what I expect to see. You guys let me know what you expect to see. We're gonna do that in just a moment. Let me get through some of these comments. You guys are flooding the comment section right now. I appreciate the love and support. Make sure you hit that like button. Let the algorithm know that we in the building, and the algorithm will let other Giants fans know that we in the building as well. Let's go ahead and spread the love tonight. Pause. My man Leo Luca. What's going on, Leo? He says, my mom used to be a Washington fan. Now she a Dolphins fan. Give mom a hug. The Dolphins play the Colts tomorrow. I think the Dolphins are going to beat the Colts tomorrow. Daniel Jones is over there with the Colts. We're not talking about them. I don't know why she switched from the Commanders to the Dolphins. She traded one struggle for the other. It is what it is. Shout out to Mama Luca. Mama Rendizi. Lucas Levison, what's going on, Lucas? He says, why are so many people saying we're crazy for thinking we can win? You must have been hanging around Commander fans. Some people call us delusional. Some people say that that we're basement dwellers. It ain't even some people. We talking about Commander fans. And for me, I don't care what they think. Tomorrow, and I keep telling people this, man. If you do me a favor, if you got your phone available, go to Google, search Doc Rivers face GIF or GIF, whatever you want to say. That's the face the Commander fans are going to make tomorrow. I'm going to get that posted up so I can show that face because I'm with it. Daniel Smith said, let's go. What's going on, Daniel Smith? TP Way the Giant is in the building. He said, me and my family picked out our day one G-Men fits for tomorrow. We not playing the whole family dressed in blue tomorrow. Shout out to them. Well, they might be dressed in blue, white jersey, blue jersey, red, whatever it is, they got Giants on tomorrow. Shout out to my man TP Way and the whole TP Way Foundation over there. Shout out to you guys, man. A-Tone says, talking about Bo. Listen, I'm going to talk about that. We're going to take a step to the side, and we're going to talk about this, because I've been talking about this. Obviously, Thomas is not playing. Everybody else is saying that James Hudson is going to start at left tackle. We understand. Well, I should say this. I understand why they're going to put James Hudson in. I want Marcus Bowe in there. Pause. I want Marcus Bowe starting over James Hudson. I'm probably not going to get what I want, but at some point in time, you're probably going to see Marcus Bowe in there if Andrew Thomas takes games to be ready. I expect to see Marcus Bowe, hopefully. But I will say this too, though. If Marcus Bowe does get in, that means James Hudson is not doing a good job. And even though I might be selfish and a little bit biased about Bo, I want the Giants to win. So if Hudson playing well means Bo got to sit a little bit, but we still winning, I'm all about the team first. It is what it is. My man Steven Arce in the building. What's going on, Steve? He says, is that me? I don't know if that's a typo or not. He says, just got inducted to the Hall. Oh, okay. Got you. I was like, hold on a minute. Typo. Ruben says, Redskins, Deadskins, football team, Commanders, Bumanders, BTA, all 60 minutes. Go Giants. Listen, Ruben. Shout out to Ruben. Came in hot. Redskins, Deadskins, football team, Commanders, Bumanders, BTA, all 60 minutes. I had to read it twice. Shout out to my man, Ruben. Hirsch for real says, Jaden gonna be running scared more than Billy Crystal. Listen. Hirsch, man, shout out to you, man. For some people, they won't get that. Running scared, Billy Crystal, Gregory Hines. We here together, man. That's a fantastic movie. Fantastic movie for those that don't know. I get it. I appreciate it too. Dwayne Murphy says first play of the game is a moonball to leak. That's not gonna happen. I wish it would happen. You think it would have to be play action and a deep shot to leak. I keep telling people, for me, the first play of the game for us is I want the tight end screen. If Theo Johnson is up, I want the tight end screen because I think they're going to be aggressive. They're going to come out aggressive. They might try to send guys on first down for us just to try to send a point. But I like the tight end screen. My man Dwayne Murphy liked the moon ball to leak. I'm not going to argue with you at all. I'll take it both. I'll take the moonball, the leak. I'll take whatever it is. I got a question for everybody, actually, since I got a question for, and I've been asking this question to a lot of people today. Who do you want to see first? Do you want to see the Giants offense first, or do you want to see the Giants defense first? Let me know in the comment section. Who you want to see first tomorrow? Do you want to see the defense first, or do you want to see this offense first? Let me know what you guys think. Shout out to my man Seth Dawkins in the building. He says, I feel like they're underestimating our defense. Listen, they are underestimating. Well, listen, they're underestimating the Giants in general. But he says Holland, the playmaker. Well, we miss since McKinney. Nah, I think Holland gets back to where he was 2 seasons ago. He was a top safety 2 seasons ago. Last year, he fell off a little bit. Had a little bit of the injury, it is what it is. But he has the talent to get back to where he was, and that's who I think we're going to see. Especially if we can get pressure on the quarterback. And don't forget about Nubin, though. Nubin is going to step up as well. I'm predicting a big season for Tyler Nubin. We're going to see what he actually can do, because last year we saw him, defend the run. That man is a ball hawk, and a lot of people don't know that. I'm hoping that we get a chance to see that this year. Hopefully he leads the team in interceptions, and hopefully he gets one tomorrow. I don't care who actually gets the interception tomorrow. We better get some interceptions tomorrow. We got to turn the ball over for sure. Luann says, Scatterbo, get a touchdown. Listen, I'm with it. Whatever puts points on the board. I can't wait to see Scatterbo. I really can't. We saw a small sample size in that last preseason game. A small sample size. We got to do some things. I got to see Scatterbo, and hopefully we know that. Well, they announced it officially, but we already knew that Kafka was going to be calling the plays. Kafka likes to stick to the run, so I think we're going to do a heavy dose of the run, and hopefully we stick to it. Well, we got Melo. Yeah, Melo was the B scorer. That's a fact. Shout out to Melo. My man Chewy in the building said, let's effing go. Chewy, what's going on, Chewy? Born for Sports says, salute TP. Stephen R says 31-21 New York Giants. But of course. Bluey, what's going on? Bluey says the word is that Dart is going to be in some special packages versus the Commanders. I have not heard that. If we see it tomorrow, you guys can thank Bluey for the drop. Shout out to my man Bluey. Nathan McCartney. He says thoughts on Carter shadowing. I'm glad you said this. Because I've seen I guess both both opinions on this, right? I've seen some Giants fans, content creators, say that they want Carter to pretty much spy on Jaden Daniels. I've seen some people say they don't want him to spy on Jaden Daniels. This is how I want it to happen, or this is what I think is the best option when it goes, to shadowing or either spying Jaden Daniels. I do think that Carter has the ability to spy and shadow Jaden Daniels, but I do not want him to do that, because when you're shadowing, that means you're not putting pressure. You're just making sure that he doesn't take off and run. And if he has time to sit back in the pocket, Jaden Daniels will pick us apart. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be naive to the fact he's still a good quarterback, up-and-coming quarterback. If we're shadowing him, that means he still has time to make the plays. Now, for me, I believe that Carter should have the assignment of Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels should be his assignment. That means if the guys don't get pressure, he's there. He's there to to produce that pressure as well. So that's where I'm at with it. But I've seen a lot of people, defend their explanation or their opinion of what they want Carter to do. I want Carter getting after the quarterback. I don't want him just sitting back and waiting. That's not his skill set. He can do it, but I want him to chase the quarterback. That's why we're so excited about Carter. Sacking the quarterback. That's what we want. And I think that's what we need to do too. Jay Hernandez says 7 sacks loading. Listen, if we got 5 last year, I believe, in that first game. Better front. I'm not mad at 7 at all. Hopefully we can turn those into a scoop and score too, make them fumble. That's one thing. One of the keys to this game for me is whenever Jaden Daniels declares himself as a runner, we got to punish him. He can get out of bounds, but we got to punish him every chance we get. We saw it last year when Nubin and Drew Phillips got the combo hit on him. They tested his ribs. He had to get out of the game for a play. We trying to put his ribs on the barbecue tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to do. Pepper him up. Pepper the ribs up. Throw him on the grill. That's what we need to do. Rough him up. Zero says TP straight from the Commanders live. You did the Commanders live today, TP? TP be busy, man. Shout out to my man TP. TP be busy. I see him all over the place, man. Shout out to my man TP Way. Omar Hunt says, I don't know. I don't know the score, but I think we win. Listen, that's good enough for me, Omar. That's good enough for me. I put a prediction out for it. This is for my man Omar. Omar said we're gonna beat the Commanders 100-0. Shout out to my man Omar, man. All right, DG says jumping out the window 49-3. I can dig it. I would love that. Listen, if we beat the Commanders 49-3, somebody's gonna have to come get me because I'm gonna be on everybody's heels come Monday morning. Somebody got to come get me because I'm gonna be crazed if we beat them 49-3. It's gonna be like the recap video because I'm gonna do the post game reaction right after the game, and I'm gonna be going crazy. That's a fact. That is a fact. Mellow Trades, what's going on? Mellow Trades says the day has finally come. Giants by 7. I love it. I love it. John Stevenson. John Stevenson done crept up in here. Where John Stevenson come from? He talking about 34-13 Commanders. Go ahead and flip that, John. Go ahead and flip that, John. Hey, John, calm down. Calm down, John. Hurts for real says the only one commanding will be the Giants pass rush. I get it. I'm with it. Tyrone, that's what's up. Tyrone says Abdul going to get that haircut. For those people that don't know what he means, Abdul Carter has refused to get a haircut. He went through the whole training camp, whole preseason without a haircut. He will not get a haircut till he gets a sack. My man Tyrone Hall says he's getting that haircut tomorrow, right after the game. He might have the barber on speed dial. Barber might be on the plane on the ride back. Victory plane ride, victory haircut, all at the same time. Shout out to the New York Giants, man. I am somebody says 24-17 Giants. I already know where he was going with that. I already know. Jessica says it's supposed to rain up until the kickoff. Listen, man. But listen, we got experienced players. You know, listen, it is what it is. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I don't want any excuses. I don't need anybody slipping around on the field. I want it to be steady. I don't want no excuses. No excuses. A man, Zion Hunter, says, all I know is Area 51 needs a haircut. So either way, he's coming for Jaden Daniels is on the clock. Now, that's a fact. That's a fact. JJ says, I'm feeling good, Dash. We Giants strong out here. That's right, JJ. You out there, too. That's a fact. That's a fact. Listen, we deep out there, man. Pause. Shout out to my man Alto Watts with the $5 super chat.
Dollar is what I need.
He says, final score, Giants 34, Washington 24. I said what I said, and I'm standing on it. That's 10 toes down. I'm not mad at that at all. 10 toes down, I'm standing on it. 34-24. We had Steven. Whoop. Lost my spot for a second. There we go. Mr. Cheesecake says, tired of people distracting this team all off season. We have the potential to be a top 10 defense and finally have a competent quarterback. Keeping it simple. Shout out to Mr. Cheesecake. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're not already. Mr. Cheesecake, that's the first time I've seen your name. I'm assuming that you knew. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Join the family. A-Tone says, Giants versus the world. That's a fact. You see the hat, Giants versus everybody. That one's in the store too. I got a couple hats out there, man. Shout out to everybody that bought merch too, man. Shout out to everybody. Paul, what's going on, Paul? He says, what up, Big Dad? He says, how many snaps will Abdul get tomorrow? Listen, he got to get at least 60% of the snaps. 60%. I don't know what that ends up being as far as the total amount of snaps. He got to be in there for at least 60% of the snaps. That, anything less than that would be uncivilized. You know what I mean? 60% sounds about right. And I will say this, though. The only news that has me a little bit nervous, I found out 2 days ago, might have been a day ago, that Dexter Lawrence is expecting a child anytime now. And I'm going to say this right now. If Dexter Lawrence, if you're listening, Dexter Lawrence's wife, if you're listening, hold that baby. Hold that baby to Monday, please. Please hold that baby to Monday. God bless you, though. God bless you. And your future addition to the family. Hold that baby, though. Hold that baby. That's what. Unless the baby's coming like right now, then you can get a flight in the morning or something like that. But I need Dexter Lawrence tomorrow. Please. Jay Hernandez says Commanders fans been talking more than Eagles fans. They have. They have. You know what I call that? I call that new money. They got some success and they don't know how to act. They don't know how to act. They forget that they was in the basement. They was in the basement way longer than we was in the basement. They was in the basement 30-something years. Last time they won a Super Bowl was what, 91? If I'm lying, I'm flying. I can't remember. All I know was I wasn't even 10 years old yet last time they won the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. And I'm over 40. What we talking about? Dwayne Murphy says you can feel the vibe with the players this year. They're tired of the disrespect too. That's a fact, especially Brian Burns. Brian Burns is on a mission. He trying to keep everything settled in. He keeps saying the right things, talking about we haven't done anything yet on the field. He keeps saying the right things. But you know, as soon as we put it on tape, these guys are going crazy. That's a fact. Shout out to the Big Moo in the building. Hold on, let me get the comment up there. Shout out to the Big Moo. He says, yo, Big Dash, my man. First win coming tomorrow, bro. That's a fact. Moo, that's a fact. We've been waiting too long for this, man. They've been talking so reckless. And that's the crazy thing about it. I never really cared about the Commanders. Never. They was under the wing. Never really cared about the Commanders. I understand you got a quarterback. I understand you made it deep into the playoffs. I understand that. But to talk like you just didn't get out of the basement is crazy. But listen, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm glad they're talking as crazy as they're talking. Gives me more fuel. Leo Lucas says she switched to the Dolphins because my family lives in Florida. Now used to live in Maryland, originally from Staten Island. Okay, I see it. I see. She not trying to ruffle feathers with the coworkers or something. So she go to work. She knows she gets acclimated with whoever that team is in the area, so she ain't got to deal with the extra stress. I get it. Stephen R. says, after we pack up the commies, Dallas is next, and the defense is dog water. Dallas, all their games will be 40 points, but give up 50 plus. You said it. Luann says, ESPN says we will win. Hold on. Who at ESPN said we was going to win? Listen to all of the sports media. The guy who does the spreads, he said take the Giants to win. Is he taking the Giants with the spread, or is he taking the Giants to win? It's two different things. If he's saying take the Giants with the spread, that means we can still lose as long as we beat the spread. So let me, because sometimes they ain't got no love for the Giants. We'll see, though. We're going to turn a lot of heads tomorrow. That's a fact. Shout out to my man, the Big Moo, always letting the people know that you got to subscribe. Subscribe, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe. Giants family. Big Blue Nation. You see it. Big Blue Nation. Hirsch for real says, let's just hope nobody will be crossing the Hudson. I hope not. Born for Sports says, I got Abdul Carter with 2 sacks tomorrow. I know you aren't too crazy about the idea, but I think we need to also give him spy assignments on some play calls, not all, just to mix it up for more. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm just a guy on YouTube talking about his favorite team. Play ball a little bit. I'm not a professional. I'm not a coach. I just have an opinion. I appreciate your opinion as well. I do think in some occasions he will be a traditional spy. I'm just saying, for me, I need him getting after the quarterback. I need him doing everything that we drafted him for. The bend off the edge, the speed, the spin moves, the inside moves. I need all of that. Pain. Zero says, is it possible Hudson improved after blocking our defensive line all off? I hope so. I would hope so. Do I think so? No. I would hope so, though. I absolutely would hope so. Smokey the Bear. What's going on, Smokey? He says, I need to see the Giants take chances down the field tomorrow. You're definitely going to see that. The quarterback is the quarterback, and that's what he does. They don't call it the moon ball for nothing. He's taking it. Like last year, we begged for the shots to be taken downfield, and the quarterback was gun shy. You ain't got to worry about that. If somebody got to step on somebody, Russ is going to let it fly. Russ is going to let it fly for sure. We ain't got to worry about that, Smokey. Not at all. Born for Sports says, I'm not happy we're going with Hudson over Bo, but I know they will give him an opportunity after signing him. It is what it is. It's politics, but the leash is short, though. The leash is short when it comes to James Hudson. That's a fact. That's a fact. Shout out to my man Jay Hernandez. Says we need Bobby O in coverage. I like that one Buffalo game. Listen, and it's crazy too because I don't like Bobby O in coverage. He can do it. He's athletic enough to do it, but that's not his strength set. The best Bobby O we saw is when it was in wink system. He was being aggressive. He was blitzing the A gap, B gap, and stuff like that, getting after it. He wasn't really thinking about things. He was just reacting and playing ball. That was the best Bobby O. In this Bowen system, you do see him more in coverage. You're doing hook the curls and all that other stuff. You're going to see Bobby O in coverage for sure. For sure. Listen. Hold on. We got Juan Gotti in the building. Known Commander fan. Known Commander content creator in the building. I see you being sneaky in here. I'm going to need y'all to snipe that. Shout out to my man Juan Gotti in the building, though, man. Salute to you. And guess what? I'm not going to say best of luck to you because I don't wish you the best. I wish you pain. I hope everybody's healthy. That's what you get from me. I pray that everybody leaves the field healthy tomorrow. But I'm also hoping for belt to ass all game long. All game long. Shout out to you, though, for hanging out with us. Darren Blazier says, how many sacks do we get on Daniels? I say 6, so I already heard 7. We got 5 last year. Now my man Darren saying 6. I'm going to meet you in the middle. I'm going to go 5 again. That's not really the middle. That's just what I think it's going to be. Born for Sports says Theo getting a touchdown tomorrow. I got him on a prop play. I don't got him for a touchdown, though. I think he's good for about 40, 50 yards. I think that happens tomorrow. Luann says Dart is good with the play action. Yeah, Dart is good. We're not going to see Dart tomorrow, Luann. I don't think we saw it early in the rumors that he might there might be a package for Dart. I don't want to do all the pretty stuff. I don't want to do all the playing around. If Russ got the momentum, I don't want to getting taken out just for a special play package or whatever. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Now, if it happens and it works, you never heard me say this, but I'm just saying right now that's how I feel. Shout out to Luann though. Travis Murray says the Commanders OGs will not be good this game. He said we should be able to stop power runs and get past rush from that spot. Listen, the number one thing, no matter who's playing who, is being able to stop the run. That has been our Achilles heel. Stopping the run and finishing the tackles has been our Achilles heel. That's what our problem was last year, week 2. Jaden Daniels. How many times did we have him and then we didn't have him no more? That's one of the powers. Some of the magic of Jaden Daniels being able to break tackles. We got to finish. I can't stop thinking about the Micah McFadden, the would-be sack that he would have had. He was all over, cripple across face and everything, and he broke loose. We got to finish at the point of attack for sure. Hurst Real says he wants to see the defense first. I know I'm way behind because I said that like 10 minutes ago. I got to get caught up. My bad, people. Dwayne says the defense first. Kelvin says he wants to see the defense first. Luann says offense. Smokey says defense. Born for Sports says defense first. JJ says offense. Omar says defense. Jay Hernandez says defense. Mellow Trade says defense. Xavier Anderson says defense because I want the ball after halftime. Nah, that's a fact. I do want the ball at halftime. I always defer. That's something I would always do is defer. I want the ball at halftime too. I will say this though. I do want to see the offense first. Like if I won the toss, obviously, at the beginning of the game, I want to defer. I want to put the defense on the field. I do, but like selfishly, I do want to see the offense first. I want to see what this offense like. We already kind of have an idea of what to expect from this defense. We got a lot of hope and prayers and stuff when it comes to this offense. We're like, yeah, let's see the moon ball. Yes, Russ. Yes, we got better quarterback play, but I want to see it too. So even though I would pick defense if I'm in the scenario and we want to toss, I'm going defense first. But I kind of want to see this offense first too. Andre Graham says both. He says offense first. A-Tone says defense. Leo Luca, defense. The defense is winning right now by far. Mellow Trade says 1,000% defense. That's a fact. Shout out to my man Pablo Vilez in the building. Said, what up, Dash? Finally, tomorrow we turn things around. My prediction, Giants win 24-21. Graham Gano game-winning field goal to make up for last year. Listen, Graham Gano. And you know what's crazy? I'm hoping that some of the Giants players are just, they're in the hotel room getting ready for their rest for tomorrow. Hopefully, and then going through, YouTube, and hopefully they stumble upon this video. I want to say this to Graham Gano, if Graham Gano is out there watching. If somebody actually breaks on the kickoff, don't chase them. Don't chase. Let the other 10 guys get after them. I don't need you pulling anything. Pause. No hamstrings, no calves. We need you, Graham Gano, and you're too old to be trying to chase down speedy ass returners. Let's not do that. We've learned from our mistakes. Hopefully, you've learned from your mistakes, because it has not happened just one time. I believe it's been 3 times that you hurt yourself chasing after somebody. God is telling you that you're not built for chasing after people. Amen. Stephen R. says, would you trade Bobby O for... We ain't even played the game yet, brother. We ain't even played a game yet. Isn't Greenlaw hurt? I remember Greenlaw got hurt running on the field. That might have been 2 years ago, though. Is he even healthy? I like Greenlaw. He's aggressive. I still rock with Bobby O, though. You can't ask me this the day before the first game, though. Come on, man. Right now, I'm riding with everybody. All right, so we 30 minutes in, right? We got 160 people in the building. Shout out to everybody. Hold on. Did I miss a super chat? I think I missed it. Shout out to my man Joseph Wilcox. He says, with the $2 super chat, he says, start off with a seamer to Theo to the house. Listen, I one of the keys to victory, I believe, especially going against that Washington Commanders defense, when they focus so much on Malik, I think the seam is going to be open. Somebody told me, said, Rush really don't throw to the seams. Why? Because of throwing lanes and his height. I think the seams are going to be open. I really do believe that. Shout out to my man Joseph Wilcox with the $2 super chat. I think I'm caught up. Okay, I think I'm caught up. My bad, Joseph Wilcox, for missing that, man. I missed it. All right, let me see, where am I at? It sent me all the way up back to the top. Let me get to the bottom of the comments. And I do apologize if your comment was not read. I'm going down trying to get caught up right now. I will say this, though. I was saying something before I said that. Any of the content creators that are in the building, let me know if you want to get involved. I'll send you guys the link. We having fun tonight. It's a celebration. It's the quiet before the storm tomorrow. If you guys want to jump on the stream, go ahead and do that. Also, before I forget, did get some sad news today. Shout out to my man Big Lou from G Nation. One of the original members of the Big Blue crew passed today, my man Joel. Rest in peace to my man Joel. For those that don't know, again, this is a guy, the original member of the Big Blue crew. That's Big Pat, that's G Nation, that's Unpopular Opinion Sports, that's Coach Ed, all those guys over there. So we did have a passing in the Big Blue Nation. So rest in peace to my man Joel. Happened this afternoon. Just got the phone call about an hour before I started the live. Didn't want to forget that, though. So salute to him. And you know what sucks, though? He listen. We gotta win tomorrow. I'm gonna keep my last comment to myself. All right, I see Isaac Moore with the at Big Dash, at Big Moo. What we doing with the ats? Let me get back up here, though. My man Ghost Dog, what's going on, Ghost Dog? He says they've been low-key hating us for years, Dash. Nah, listen, I understand. I could listen. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let me go back down to the bottom. And like I said, if I miss your comment, because I do got to get caught up because I'm super duper behind right now. Do want to get shout out to everybody with the rest in peace to Joel. That's a fact. Ghost Dog too. Leo Luca, Jay Hernandez. I appreciate that. Education Unpacked. I appreciate that too. Again, that was an original member of the Big Blue crew, Big Pat and them. So and I believe G Nation is supposed to be going live, to do, a send off for him. So show your love and support to them as well. That's a fact. Let's see. Yeah, let me get caught up. Mr. Fines, what's going on? Mr. Fines says salute Dash. What's going on? My man Jonathan Hart. I remember, you know why I remember Jonathan Hart? Jonathan Hart is one of those Commander fans that talks trash in the comment section. And again, listen, Jonathan. My man Deuce, shout out to my man Deuce, from Red Zone in the Lab. That's my guy for real. There was no trash talking that needed to happen between me and Deuce. We know how we already get down in this, that, and the third. It was a show. We actually want to show the show respect and actually talk ball. Today, Jonathan, not today, though. Giants is losers. That coming from a guy that was just in the basement last year. And guess what? Yesterday's price is not today's price. We're going to see you tomorrow. We're going to see you tomorrow, Jonathan. We're going to see you tomorrow. That's all I got to say. You can, listen, hang out in the chat, make your comments, have fun, do all that kind of stuff. You know, it is what it is. Everybody else is in the chat, my Giants fans, pack Jonathan up, please. Pack him up. Pack them up just like we're going to pack up them Commanders tomorrow. It is what it is. It is what it is. And listen, that's the best comment. That's all I've been saying. Listen, I don't have any pressure. You better win tomorrow. You got to worry about winning tomorrow. Everybody expects us to lose already. You got to win tomorrow. The pressure's on you. I'm stress-free. I'm stress-free. Y'all getting packed up. We're going to pack y'all up and ship y'all to Green Bay. You ain't even got to worry about it. Full service. Pack up everything. Pack up. I know you used to be FedEx Field. We're going to pack y'all up and ship y'all right to Green Bay. Y'all can deal with that. Y'all can deal with Green Bay. Y'all getting packed up, though, for sure. My man Booking Tackle said, we got this. You sound very, very confident. Just with the we got this. My man Reeves Island. What's going on, Raekwon? He says, easy packer. We packing them up. And guess what? And guess what, John? He said, pressure against it. Ain't no. Yeah, believe it or not. Because if we lose, it's like, okay, if y'all lose, it's the death of a unicorn. Death of a unicorn if we pack y'all up, man. Not next day air either. Not next day shipping, not 2 day shipping. Y'all getting packed up and shipped ground shipping. I'm not paying the extra $7. Y'all getting a regular label. We're going to put y'all on the back of a truck, and I hope the ride is bumpy all the way to Green Bay. Y'all getting packed up. Packed up. James Purdy. What's going on, James? He says, sup, Big Dash? Jimmy from Syracuse. Shout out to Jimmy from Syracuse. What's going on, James? How we doing? Eddie says, birthday tomorrow, games tomorrow. It's going to be a good day. Well, happy early birthday to you. You got about what? About 2 hours, 15 minutes before it's actually your birthday. Shout out. Well, yeah. So happy early birthday to my man Eddie. Hopefully you enjoy tomorrow's victory. Hopefully, I don't know what you got planned tomorrow, but hopefully you have a fantastic day. And hopefully that starts off with a Giants W. Put that on the birthday cake. W's on the birthday cake. I was going to say something. I caught myself, and I'm glad I did. My man Bookend Tackle says, Brown bag him. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Shout out to my man Mark Thompson in the building. He says, I'm doing some anticipatory thinking in anticipation of anticipatory throwing. Okay. Oh, I got you, Mark. I got you. My man Zero says Abdul Carter Sunday and Micah Parsons on Thursday. Somebody better check on Jaden Daniels. Listen, we're not responsible for anything that happens after we pack up the Commanders and send them to Green Bay. So whatever happens in Green Bay with them is none of our business. We just got to pack them up, make sure we put some packing paper, some packing peanuts, some of that, and we pack them up nice so they can get shipped off to Green Bay. That's what I need to see. My man said Lattimore getting cooked by neighbors. Yeah. And that's the funny thing too, man. That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing because they talk about their defense and they talk about us being in the basement. Your defense was trash. Y'all was winning shootouts out there. Y'all defense was giving it up. And what did y'all do? You went and drafted a rookie, Trey Harris, which actually I like Trey Harris. He ain't got nothing from Malik Neighbors. Lattimore ain't got nothing from Malik Neighbors. Safeties shading over the top ain't got nothing from Malik Neighbors. It is what it is. You guys have never had like the Commanders have never. Well, I'll say in the last couple. Actually, I can't even say that because Daniel Jones was cooking y'all for years. But Last year, you didn't have anything to worry about. We didn't attack every part of the field. Now you have a quarterback that can attack every part of the field. Y'all got to cover the whole field, and we're gonna stick to the run. I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow, man. Stephen R says eating W's, eating W's. My man Jonathan Hart says, imagine bragging about Russell Wilson in 2025. I ain't got to brag. All I said, actually, I didn't say anything about Russell Wilson, did I? I said a moon ball. We saw that. We saw that in 2025. Yeah. In 2024, you guys saw the moon ball when he had that walk-off touchdown against y'all in 2024. So the last time you saw Russ, you lost to Russ. So imagine you talking about Russell Wilson when you just lost to him last year. What we talking about here? Stop it. Stop it. Oh, man. My man Dinka Kong says, boys and the Chiefs look vulnerable. We can't even, we got to focus on week one. I understand. I understand where you're going with it. We got to focus on week one first. We got to finish this meal first, and then we could talk about the Cowboys and the Chiefs after that. One game at a time. We're not going to do that. One game. Listen, I understand. One game at a time, though. My man James Purdy says, my prediction, Theo catches the first touchdown of the game. I can see it. It's possible. It's possible for sure. It's possible. King T'Challa in the building says 28-7 G-Men. Shout out to you. Brent B. Connington. Brent. I'm just gonna say Brent. What up, Big Dash? He said, I made it. Let's pack them up. Yeah, let's pack them up. Ground shipping. Packed up. Packed up tomorrow. My man NYG Frank 87. What's going on? What's going on, Frank? He says, Big Dash. Can tomorrow's starting offensive line hold on pass blocking? Your thoughts? I'll say this, right? I had strong concerns about the offensive line going into the summer, especially when starting with John Michael Schmitz, right? In the preseason, it's just the preseason, right? But one thing that you did not see this preseason or did not hear this preseason were people complaining about the offensive line. Now, James Hudson in that first game got a penalty. Yeah. But you didn't hear anybody complain about anything when it came to the offensive line this all preseason long. I'm hoping that we keep that same energy for the game. I can't say that I'm not concerned at all. You know, we haven't seen it yet. We absolutely haven't seen it. That's me being serious for a moment. But I think we're going to be all right. Guess what? And better quarterback play also helps the offensive line as well. Being quick, being decisive helps the offensive line. So, you know, everybody helps each other out when it comes to that. Luann says Jaden Daniels runs too much, just like Hurts, and they will get hurt eventually. I see where you're going. And I said it earlier. Every time that Jaden Daniels declares himself as a runner, we got to make him pay. We got to make him pay. He like I said, he's slippery. He gets out of bounds. Like he can play. Like Jaden Daniels most likely will be the top quarterback in the NFC after this season. I do believe that. I'm not going to sit here and be naive to that. But we got to hit him every time we get the chance to hit him. And we got to wrap up for sure, and we got to bring him down. It is what it is. Jonathan Hurt says, our defense was trash, but we went to the NFC Championship game. Guess y'all need a trash deep. No, you went to the NFC Championship game, and the Philadelphia Eagles hung 50 on you. Yeah, the shootouts didn't work anymore after that. The shootouts didn't work. It did. When you needed your defense the most. I see your true colors shining through. Your defense is trash. Trash. And that's why y'all went and got so many players. Like our run defense was trash. So what did we do? We went and addressed the defensive line. We went and addressed the secondary. That's what we did. What you do, you went and got more old guys. You went and got more old players, and it is what it is. You guys are holding on. You guys are holding on to Bobby Wagner. Like, Coach Quinn is like, Bobby, I need you for one more year. Can you give me one more year, Bobby? At some point in time, Father Time shows up. And he's showing up to y'all before he shows up for us. Why? Because y'all are older team. Father Time is coming. It's coming. It's coming. Shout out to my man Jonathan Hart, man. I appreciate you being in the building. I appreciate you talking trash. Guess what? You know what you can do though, right? Because as far as I know, the Commander King's alive right now, and they might need your support. Or maybe they sent you over here. They might have sent you over here. You might be a mercenary right now. You ain't gonna kill my vibe though. Shout out to all the Giant supporters in the building. We got 184 people in the building right now. Shout out to all of y'all. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. We having a show. We having a good time tonight for sure. For sure. Jonathan Hart said, I subbed up. I'll be back tomorrow. Will you be streaming that? Yes. One thing that I do, Jonathan, I don't run. I don't tuck tail. Especially like, listen, I started this channel in 2022. Didn't know 22 was going to be what 2022 was. 2023 happened. 2024 happened. Never ran, never will. Never ran. So no matter what happens tomorrow, I'll be here. I'll be here. Any outcome. I like that you said that though. I like that you said that. Stephen R says Tracy starting or Singletary's Tracy. Tyrone Tracy is the starter for sure. I think Singletary is absolutely running back 3 right now. I think that's what we'll see. We'll see Scatterable before we see Singletary. I truly believe that. Mark Thompson says, I actually think Slayton is going to be the main beneficiary of the attention that will be paid to Neighbors and Russ as the starter. Somebody got to pay attention to Slayton. If not, he's going over the top. He's going to be the beneficiary of the moonball. I do believe that. I do believe that. Sonny Chiba says 26-20 Giants. Keep the predictions coming. Fighters Destiny says the Eagles O-line looks movable. They do, and they got to deal with Dickerson looks hurt. I don't know if Dickerson's going to play next week. He looks hurt. He looked bad. Stephen R says Neighbors is taking all of Neighbors is taking all of the Amos cookies. Shout out to famous Amos. Amos cookies from Trey Amos. That's a fact. Shout out to the people that know anything about famous Amos cookies. Not everybody knows about. Actually, if you're from the East Coast, you know about famous Amos. You know about famous Amos. Robbie Garn says, "Hey, Big Dash, excited? Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully, you're excited too." D Nice says these Commander fans are delusional. They're not delusional. Well, no, I'm lying. They are delusional. What happens is this. It's new money. It's newfound success, and they don't know how to act with it. The same way that they feel about the Philadelphia Eagles, they wouldn't act it the same damn way without the Super Bowl. That's what happened. They act like the Eagles fans without the Super Bowl. And again, Jonathan, I don't know how old you are. I don't know how old you are. I'm gonna assume you might be young. I can't tell in the picture. You know, it's a small. Have you seen the Super Bowl? Have you seen the Super Bowl? Let me know. Let me know if you've seen the Super Bowl. What what Tuck say? You don't know what it feels like. Pause. You don't know what it feels. You don't know it. Have you seen the Super Bowl? Let me know. Let me know. Shout out to my man Chris Ice with the $5 super chat. He says, "Yo, Big Dash, new to your channel. Appreciate the content. No doubt, longtime Giant fan. Let's get it. New York Giants football. Giants 24-17. Shout out to you, Chris. You said you're new to the channel. Shout out to you. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate you for vibing with us tonight. You see that it's the Big Blue Nation. You see that it's family in here. We interact with each other. We having a good time. We having a good time tonight." Jonathan said, "I respect you because regardless, good." Now listen, man. Again, there's a time for trash talk. There's a time for ball talk. I know when it might have been your first time seeing me is it was Wednesday during the war room, and you know what happens in war rooms? Discussions happen in war rooms. In war zones, it's a little bit different. That's when them things fly. Pause. Yeah, we ducking live bullets. Robbie Garn says, "I grew up watching the Big Blue Wrecking Crew." Listen, it is what it is. Me too. I've been alive for all 4 Super Bowls. First Super Bowl, I didn't know what football was, though. It is what it is, but I do remember that second Super Bowl. I remember that one. D Nice 77 says, "Washington is just like Dallas, haven't won a chip in over 30 years." Listen. You know what's crazy? And I do the trash talking. I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish having gaps like that on anybody. It's a lot of teams that haven't won in a long time, and some teams that haven't won at all. I'm just saying. It is what it is. My man Jonathan Hart says, Blue, we swept you. We just passed you the broom. We swept y'all the year before last. What we talking about here? What we talking about? Y'all just got the broom. Let's talk about tomorrow. Just passed y'all the broom. Y'all just got the broom, and y'all going crazy, man. Y'all trying to clean up the whole house. Just got past the broom. Stop it. Fighters Destiny says Famous Amos are great. Yeah, I remember Famous Amos. I had more Famous Amos than I did Oreos. I thought the Oreos was like, you moving on up when you had the Oreos. I had the Famous Amos. And actually, I think Famous Amos tastes better than the Oreos. I haven't had a Famous Amos in probably 25 years, 20 years. But still, I think it's better than the Oreos. Isaac Moore says Slayton Sluggos come. Listen, I was on the phone earlier today with some other Giants fans, and we was discussing, Darius Slayton. And it was, Darius Slayton's good for a 9 route. He's good for the goal ball. He's good for a deep dig and stuff like that, the deep comeback. So I said, nah, he got more in his bag than people are giving him credit for. They're going to find out, though. Now that you got a quarterback that actually target him, I'll say this. Maybe not a household name by the end of the season, but more people are going to be aware of what Darius Slayton is capable of. I'll say that. I'll leave it at that. Shout out to my man Joe Smith says Big Blue all the way from Texas. Shout out to you being in enemy territory. You know who else is Sneaky G is also in Texas. There's a couple of Giants fans I know that are in Texas. Shout out to you guys in enemy territory repping. Shout out to you guys. Johnny Mad Dog says I live in the DMV area and these fans really think they blowing us out. They really do. They really do believe it. They believe it with all their hearts. That's why I don't blame them. They really do believe it. Just as sure as the sun is coming up tomorrow, they believe that they're gonna blow us out. I don't know. I don't know. Like we really improved. Like we really got better. Like you might have improved, but we got better. Like really better. You'll find out tomorrow though. You guys will find out tomorrow. Sure enough. Luann says, Hart, you guys got lucky last year. We ain't have a kicker. You know what's crazy too? On the play that Graham Gano got hurt, it didn't even count. It didn't even count. It got called back, and he got hurt, and we didn't see him. It was crazy. Leo Lucas says, I love Famous Amos cookies. Oh, man. Famous Amos was fire. Let's stop talking about it. Listen, Famous Amos. You got people that like your product. Go ahead and send me some cookies. I'll put it on the shelf up here. Famous Amos be the first sponsor of the Big Dash Knows Late Night Giants Talk. We can do that. Famous Amos. Shout out to Famous Amos. Big Moose says we are family. Let's rock and roll, guys. Now that's a fact, man. Again, I appreciate everybody that's in the building right now. I appreciate the Commander fans in the building too, man. Let it be known if you guys are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Finding somebody to talk trash to. Anybody that will listen, you guys will talk trash to them. And guess what? I'm listening. I see you guys. I appreciate it. You're feeding the fuel to the fire. Dinka says 55-10. My first year in Colorado, straight from Jersey. First off, how'd you end up in Colorado from Jersey? Shout out to you. Maybe you're there for college. Maybe you're there for work. That's a long way to go. Shout out to you though. C-Rock, New York Blue says Commie fans are too cocky for their own good. Reality will hit them hard by 4 p.m. tomorrow. I'm setting my alarm clock to that as well. I don't know what they expect, man. I think they expect us to just go there and lay down. And the crazy thing about it is when we played them last year, even last year's team, we played them close. The first game was close. Second game, we got some garbage points in at the end, and it looked closer than what it really was. I'll give them that. That second game, they knocked us around a little bit. I'll give them that. But yesterday's price is not today's price. And I said it a few times tonight. Shout out to my man Joseph Wilcox with the $10 super chat. He says 192 watching. He says, G-Men 3417, hit that like button. I don't know how many likes I got, but if I got 194 people in here, I hope I got at least 50 likes if we can't get 100. You know, all you got to do is step out of the chat for a second, hit that like button. It'll let the algorithm know. And the algorithm will let other Giants fans know that we in the building and we can get in here and all jump Jonathan Hart in the comments. I don't know where Juan Gotti went. He might be still here somewhere. I don't see him commenting. But we you know, the more the merrier. We're going to pack Jonathan up. Oh, man. Big Moose says, Big Play Slay has always been my man. 1,000-yard season coming. That's what I got. I got 1,000 yards loading for Darius Slayton. And some people say, you know, 1,000 yards is nothing. It is for Darius Slayton. It is, and you know what? Also, if he hits 1,000, a lot of people might shut up about him. Because, again, right now we look at Darius Slayton like, okay, yeah, but we really need a wide receiver too. I'm thinking right now Darius Slayton is, well, by default, he is that already, but I think his performance actually solidify him as a wide receiver too. And then whatever happens in the draft happens in the draft. Chris Ice says, yo, Dash, what I like is we finally getting back to the essence of New York football. Giants and that defense, we back. And you know what? That's what it is. Whenever we did anything, this defense was solid. Whenever we did anything, the defense was solid. And you're absolutely right. I think we get in there tomorrow, just like Brian Burns said, pump the brakes. Not really, though. We all gas over here. He said, pump the brakes. We got to do it on the field. And I agree with that. But right now, you know, if we breathe in confidence into the Giants ourselves, the fan base. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully maybe they tune in, maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe one of the 192 people that's in the building, maybe one of those guys is actually a Giants player. And if so, salute to you. You know what you need to do. Go on that field tomorrow, pack them up, ship them to Green Bay. That's it. FD Davis says Commander fans going to get a reminder and a reality check tomorrow. They coming off of Cloud 9 tomorrow. We shooting them down. They on Cloud 9 already, man. Listen, last year is over. 2024 is over. It's about 2025. Y'all talk about Giants fans living in the past. Y'all living in the past for real. Everybody's 0-0 right now. Everybody's 0-0. We'll find out tomorrow, though. Time is coming soon enough, man. Time is coming soon enough. Yuki says, so excited for tomorrow. Let's go, Big Blue. Shout out to Yuki. Hopefully you're having a fun time tonight in the stream. First time seeing your name, too. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Shout out to the New York Giants. Joe Smith says, where can I get that hat you got on? I think if you go ahead and click into the shop should be, if you're on your phone, the shop is right there underneath the video. If you minimize the video, you'll see the shop. I got all the hats in here. They got the Giants versus everybody, the Giantology, the Make the Giants Great Again hat too. Shout out to everybody. That was the top selling anything that I had in the merch store. Shout out to everybody for the love and support for that, man. You guys really rock with those hats, and I appreciate that. Luann says, no pain for Blue Heart. Nah, we good. Okay, PE. All right, I'm going to see who PE is. PE says, stop watching the Redskin Commanders for over 20 years because of the previous owner. However, the new owner has started building this organization up. No more easy wins when facing the Commanders. Listen, I respect that. I respect that, PE, because for so long, I heard Commanders complain about ownership. And clear as day, as soon as you got that bum up out of there, that new owner came, he hired Adam Peters, and Adam Peters got to work, and lo and behold, after 1 year, boom. What a difference a franchise quarterback makes. I respect that. I respect that. At the end of the day, it's still the NFC East. I respect that. Y'all getting packed up tomorrow, though. I don't care what the new owner's thinking. Packed up. FD Davis has had to slide on Louis T and them and talk my Giants. I'm happy you did it. Thank you for doing that, FD. Thank you for doing that. Oh, Mark Thompson said, I'm seeing like 101 likes. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank everybody. Everybody that hit that like button, I appreciate that. That's probably why the number is as high as it is right now, too, because y'all hitting that like button. Thank you for the love and support. All right, now listen. Now it's been an hour already, right? And I see Giants content creators in the chat. y'all let me know. I'm sending y'all the link. I'm talking trash. We still going. Let me know if you want to get in. And some of this trash talking that we doing. Let me know. Let me know. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Mark. Luann says Hart first. He says, "Oh, you talking trash to Art? To Hart? Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's trash talking back and forth. It is what it is. It is what it is." Shout out to my man Joe Smith with the $2 super chat. Says, "I need that hat you got on." Listen, it's in the shop. It's in the shop. Was it two clicks and you're already in the store? And they usually get them out pretty quick. They usually you usually get it within a week too. So, salute to you, man. Thank you for the love and support. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, shout out to my man Chris Ice, new channel member. I appreciate the love and support. Welcome to the Big Blue Nation, Chris. Welcome home. Welcome to the family. Everybody show Chris some love, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love and support, man. Thank you for the love and support. My man Steven R says Giants will be great again when Maris sells the team. Listen, Steve, that's not happening. It's not happening. Marinat, well, he sold a percentage off, and he sold it to the McDonald's family, if I'm not mistaken. The Koch family. I believe the lady is one of the Koches from the McDonald's family. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the only Koches I know that got money like that are the McDonald's Koches. So it is what it is. Jonathan, man. He says, y'all will cry tomorrow. We're not going to cry tomorrow, no matter what. Okay, Born, I'm going to send you the link, Born. I'm going to send you the link. Give me a second, and I'll get that sent to you. Just a moment. Shout out to my man, David Daniels, another new member to the channel. Thank you for the love and support. Welcome to the Big Blue Nation. Welcome home. We family. We a family. Where's my, hold on, where's my, Luann, this for you, Luann.
Yeah.
Yeah, we in the building. He said, FD said, shout out to Jersey. Let me know what part of Jersey you from. Shout out to Jersey. Jersey in the building. That's where I'm from. Dope Boy Za says, Giants with the upset tomorrow to win outright. Abdul Carter, 2 sacks. I love it. And then after that, he gets his hair cut. He's going to be fresh on Monday. Abdul Carter going to be fresh on Monday with the hair. No matter what, he's going to be fresh. He getting one of them things tomorrow for sure. Hold on, Mark, and hold on. My man, Born for Sports, give me just a moment. I'm going to get this link sent out. Give me just a moment. Bear with me. Let me see. All right, give me just a moment. All right, Born, I just sent it to you. Then let me go ahead and Mark, where you at, Mark? There you go. All right, Mark, I just sent it to you as well. So both you guys got the link. You guys can join up whenever you got time. Leo says it's pronounced Koch cake. Oh, Koch Coke. Oh, there's the Coke family. It's a Coke. I thought it was a McDonald's family. Stephen R says, "Oh wow, so now we get a McDonald's McDouble with the medium Pepsi." Listen, chill. My man Dope Boy Zai says, "Cali in the chat." Shout out to California. I used to be in Cal. I was in California for 10 years. Shout out to California. I was in the Bay Area though, but shout out to California in the building. Where you from, Dope Boy Zai? Let me know. Unless this is who I think it is. And you might be in the Bay Area too. Stephen R says, "Oh wow." Oh no, I saw that one already. My bad. Jonathan says, and this is another thing that the Commander fans hang their hat on. It says Carter got manhandled by my rookie in college. Read the last 2 words of that sentence. We're not in Kansas anymore. We're not in college. Anymore. Toto, we're not there anymore. Chris Ice says, "You're welcome." I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to Chris in Nashville. He says, in the New York City hate is real everywhere, but always represent Washington Heights Bridge Apartment. Shout out, listen, Washington Heights. Shout out to Washington Heights. Shout out to Washington Heights. Wait a minute, Washington. That's the same place they had the show, right? Washington Heights, the Heights back in the day, the MTV show. I think it was the Heights. I think that was Washington Heights, right? Oh, my man said Arvin, California. I'm located in Paso Robles. Now kicking my feet up. Listen, I don't know about California. That sounds like Southern California to me. My wife from Southern California. That sounds like Paso Robles. That sounds like Southern California. Nah, Stephen, we're not going to do that, Stephen. I actually like Josh Connolly a lot. I like Connolly. I don't think he's trash. But tomorrow he's trash. He wasn't. Tomorrow he's trash, and then after the game he won't be trash anymore. You know how it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Benjamin says Washington fans definitely acting like new money. He said we on the wake up. Listen, wine country. Oh, okay, wine country. Okay. Yeah, I used to stay in a small town between Sacramento and San Francisco called Vacaville. I was there for a while when I lived out in California. Shout out to Vacaville. Edward Squire says Carter learned that experience, and I bet he will have some backup moves for the next time. That's right. Piss him off and see how it goes. It is what it is. It is what it is. Stephen R says Connolly better than AT. Everybody better than AT right now. He ain't playing. Your best ability is your availability. Don't give anybody no extra fuel though, Steve. Don't give nobody no extra fuel. You're not doing that. If that's the case, Bo is better than Connolly. I think Bo's going to be good, though. I did have Connolly on my short list, so I wanted him to be a Giant. Shout out to Connolly. He is starting on the right side, though. He is starting on the right side. This will be his first time seeing. What was that? He's on the right side. He's gonna be getting acquainted with Brian Burns. That's who Connolly has to worry about tomorrow, Brian Burns. So you probably don't even have to worry about Carter. He got to worry about Brian Burns. So let me know, Jonathan, how Connolly stopped Brian Burns in college as well. Like that matters. It does not. It does not. Oh man! Shout out to my man Chris I says yes, sir. The Method Man and Mary J video. Yes, sir. Yeah. On the rooftop. On the rooftop. David Daniels says they. Oh, let me get it up here. So they can run, but they can't hide. We get in our get back tomorrow. JD5 on the grass at least 3 times. So we got 3 sacks from David, saying that we're gonna get to JD5 3 times tomorrow. I like that number 2. I want more though. We got to get more and more. Fighters Destiny says, is Washington's defense any good? They wasn't any good last year. We'll find out if the changes that they made them better this year. They make plays. Luvu can make some plays. Bobby Wagner can make some plays. The secondary needs some help. Defensive line is okay. They went and tried to revamp the edges. They got Von Miller. Make sure he got the icy hot ready for him after the game for them knees. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's keep it clean though. Because listen, the trash talking has been fun. Let's keep it clean. Fighters Destiny says we have a kicker this time around. Yes, we do. All right, I'm about to bring on my man Born for Sports. Jorge, what's going on? Give me just a moment to get you to the stage. Let me see if I can get you on the stage. Hold on just a moment. Let me go ahead and minimize that. What's going on, good brother?
What is going on? What's going on, bro? I'm ready, man. I'm ready for tomorrow.
You know what I'm ready? You know what I'm ready? I'm ready to go to sleep so I can wake up and get to this game. That's what I'm ready for.
Bro, I don't know how I'm going to even sleep tonight without my NyQuil. I'm dead serious. I think I put that in the chat, too. I am so excited for this game tomorrow, man. I am, like, on a different level. And I know Giant Nation feel the same way as I do, like you do. We are ready to take care of these overrated Commanders, man. That's the type of time I'm on, Dash.
Yeah, listen. You guys, it's been a long week. Like the work week took forever. I'm sitting here like by the time I thought Wednesday was Thursday. Like
yeah.
I've been waiting for this for so long, especially, thanks to the Commander fans out there that made it seem like, like it was taking even longer to get to this game. But we are literally hours away.
Yeah.
Like hours away. You wake up tomorrow, you do what you need to do, go to church. If you're on the East Coast, you go to church, get out of church, watch the game. That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Not even in the plans tomorrow, not on the regime tomorrow, man. I'm sorry, man. We can't. God forgive us all, but Giant Nation, we need it. Like, you just gonna have to understand, Jesus, please.
Listen, hold on. First of all, if anybody knows, the pastors know around the country, they know the first week of football. They know that collection plate gonna be light on Sunday. That collection plate gonna be short tomorrow, man. They know it already. And what they do, they tell you, hey, we're gonna get you out. We're gonna get you out of here a little bit early today.
Yeah.
So you can still. We got the 8 o'clock service. We got the 10 o'clock service. We got the 12 o'clock service. We're gonna get you guys out of here before football starts. Pastor gonna be watching the game too. That's a fact. Shout out to Luann. Luann says, oh man, I'm out now. What happened? Somebody done ran you off, Luann? Somebody ran you off? She said, let's go Big Blue though. Shout out to Luann. Appreciate you. Thank you for the love and support. As always, one of the day ones on here for sure. Stephen R says 1 p.m. can't get here fast enough. Bookend Tackle says we'll have some Kleenex waiting for the Commanders in the locker room. Listen, on a serious note, because I do have some questions. And it's the same questions from the chat. I believe you answered, but for the people that missed it, tomorrow, who do you want to see first, offense or defense?
I want to see defense.
You want to see the defense?
And listen, and I heard what you said, and I totally agree with you, and I get your point, brother. But you know what? Me personally, I think that this season the tone has to be set by the defense, just based on right now. We have to say right now, like if we're just being realist about it, the defense is going to have to lead us this year. Until we figure out what's going on with Russ, until we figure out what's going on with Jackson Dart, the defense is, to me, the more side of the ball. That's the given. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not giving Shane Bowen no slack this year. None. Absolutely none. 0%. Bro, I don't even want to hear any excuses for this defense unless I see 10 starters hurt. Seriously. So my thing is the defense is going to have to lead us. And I think the offense is like the unit that will get better as time goes on, as the season gets on. You know what I mean? Andrew Thomas is not going to play.
Yep.
I'm with you, bro. I don't think he's going to play to at least the Kansas City game. Honestly, I don't see it. I just don't. And I've already mentally prepared for it. So, I just think that the offense will be more of the work in progress of the two units. Yeah. But I think they are good enough to score points as long as the defense leads the charge. So, hey, set the tone for the season, bro. Have this defense get on the field, fly around, go smack Daniels to the ground a couple of times that first two series, and let's go.
Now I'm with that. We got a comedian in the building. My man Jonathan Hart, the Commander fan, says, "Oh shit,
this guy
got Redman on here. You saw that? And then we go ahead. My man Stephen R says, Dad, he called me Method Man. So now we got Method Man and Redman in the building. So y'all got the jokes tonight.
That's all right. That's all right.
Listen. All they got is jokes. All they got is jokes.
He gonna see a lot of red come Sunday around 4:25 when he see the New York Giants smack those overrated Commanders. So salute to you, brother Jonathan. You go ahead and do that.
Now we collecting tears tomorrow. That's what we doing. we collecting tears tomorrow. Tomorrow, my man FD Davis says defense. Benjamin says defense. Bookend Tackle says defense. Won't Stop Dream Team Entertainment says Dash we can ball. Shout out to my man Mark Thompson. I'm about to get you on right now. FD Davis says Russ going ball. FD Davis also says, he said facts, born. He says facts to what you was talking about. That's a fact. All right, let me go ahead and get my man Mark Thompson on in the building. Mark, how we doing tonight? I know Mark. I know it's peaceful where you at. You got the ocean front, the waves are crashing. You're spending some time with us. We vibing. It's Big Blue Nation. How we doing tonight, Mark? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. We're really looking forward to tomorrow.
Man, I'm telling you,
Sir.
I'm so excited, man. Again, we've been. It feels like, what's funny too, because I felt like the off season, the preseason, everything up until training camp seemed like it was fast, and then everything came to a screeching halt like this week, man. But what like we could talk about some things, right? So not even expectation. Well, first, actually, Mark, what would you like to talk about first? Do you have something first before I ask you a question?
No, I was thinking about how we gonna counteract the Washington offense, because they like to spread the ball out. They like to spread. So I think, can we match their lateral speed? At least that's my question. Can we match their lateral speed? Because that's really the key, I think, for us in this game and dealing with their offense. They like to get it. They like to use all parts of the field and get it all to the edges. And can we deal with that? I don't know. We'll see.
That's a great point, because again, when you watched them last year, when they didn't have the best protection, they got the ball out quick. We saw a lot of wide receiver screens. They went there. They used the tight end a lot too. A young quarterback's best friend is the tight end. And at first, Ertz didn't hurt us in that second game as much as he did in that first game.
No.
So for me, I'm like, yes, can we match the lateral speed? Now that's a good question. Now, these linebackers, is up to the linebackers, and it's also up to whether or not the defensive line can keep the linebackers free.
Yes.
So, like I said, even last year, I think we were in the position to make plays. And you know what's the crazy thing about it is that people said Bobby O did, fell off a little bit, but one of his better games was against the Washington Commanders that second week. So
yes.
That second week, but he ended up dealing with some injuries and stuff like that. But I still got high hopes for Bobby O. It looks like in the preseason that Micah McFadden, we're talking about lateral speed, he did cover that running back out route. So that's a big part of the game plan. Now, for me, I'm always going to be looking at the tight ends, because for whatever reason, tight ends are kryptonite for the New York Giants. I'm hoping that we learned our lesson. I'm hoping that the hook to curl can be covered by the linebackers. Well, let me ask you this. What role do you see the linebackers playing tomorrow?
They're going to be doing a lot of cleanup. But so I was trying to even answer my own question.
Yeah.
So I was saying, the amount of penetration the D-line gets will impact on if we can match. Because if we can just delay the ball getting out of the QB's hand just a little bit, that helps us. The second year in the defense, maybe you're thinking faster. You're not thinking really. You're just acting. You're just reacting, and all of that I think should help. So it's really, I'm really anxious to see how the defense performs. Not that I'm not anxious about the offense, but the offense is a little more straightforward, but I'm really anxious about how the defense performs. If the defense performs how it should, that's the key to us winning a lot of games.
So I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Born for Sports. Who do you want to see first, offense or defense?
Defense.
Hey,
it's our identity. It's our identity.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it goes with deferring, but I want to see defense because I think that defense is our identity.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Marcus, man. That's exactly what I'm seeing. I was just talking about it. I just think that the defense, this is the unit we have to feel is the given. That's why I'm giving Shane Bowen no kind of slack this year. I'm really not. I'm aiming, Dash. I'm watching him. I got the scope. I'm not playing.
Listen, no room to breathe. You got the names.
None.
You got the names on paper.
Right.
We saw a glimpse of it in the preseason. We get to see it. That's the other thing, man, that we don't even like for the people out there. And again, shout out to my man Jonathan, who's a Commander fan that's live in the chat. Like for the Commander fans thinking that they're going to see like we're Giants fans. We don't even know what we're going to see. Like we can't even tell you exactly how the defense is going to get played or exactly what the offense is going to look like either. So for you guys to think it's going to be the same show as last year, I'm sorry. Actually, you know what? Forget what I said. I hope you expect that tomorrow. That way, when you're surprised, Google that Doc Rivers face. The Doc Rivers face for everybody. Doc Rivers face for everybody. Now for the offense right? As far as the game plan goes, I'm hoping that we do establish the run. Like everybody's so excited about the moon ball, so excited about neighbors and getting the tight ends involved. We definitely need to establish the run. If we can establish the run, that's clock control. That's ball control. That's keeping it away from their most dangerous player in Jaden Daniels.
Right.
Now, with Mike Kafka, we saw Kafka in 2022. Now, obviously, we had Saquon Barkley, so that was one of the factors. But you guys, either one of you guys, both of you guys can answer. Running game. Do you think, let's say we can establish the run game. Do we stick with the running game, or do you think we're going to be too antsy to try to get push the ball downfield?
No, it's the running game. This is how this team is built. To run the ball, control the ball, and then to have some strategic bombs down the field. That's how I see it anyway. But I mean, it's except that we're not perfectly built, right? It's not like if the O-line is a total mauling machine, right? It's probably a better pass protection O-line than it is a running O-line, which is probably why the hope is that Neil would come and start and play, and so how we want to do it isn't exactly quite built perfectly, but I still think we're going to try to run the ball for sure. That's how I see it.
Have to establish the run. You want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I totally agree with Mark on that, man. Honestly, I think that this team right now is built offensively. The run game has to lead. You know what I mean? Like, we have to give Russell Wilson play action. We can't be that team that's going to drop back 40 to 42 times and start gunning the ball down the field. I don't think that's what we are built like. The offensive line has to lead. And another thing, too, especially without Andrew Thomas, I'm not looking forward to seeing 42 dropbacks with Hudson protecting, Russell Wilson's blind side. You know what I mean? Maybe I might feel a little more confident if Andrew Thomas was there, but not like this. Not like this. I think Hudson is actually better at run blocking than he is in pass blocking. Maybe if we had Membo playing left tackle tomorrow, I would say, you know what? I'll feel a little confident if we have to go there. But I think it's definitely got to be some play action for Russell Wilson. We give him play action. We keep things at third and manageable. I think we can have success, no doubt about it. And then we can take those deep shots with the moon ball with Russell Wilson when we can send neighbors deep. We can send, yes, sir, Mr. Jalen Hyatt. Yes, we need to use him tomorrow, okay? I want to see it. Yeah. I actually feel like this game could really change if we give Hyatt the ball deep and give us some chances downfield. I really do. I think he can be a bigger factor more than Wan'Dale Robinson tomorrow, which is saying something. You know what I mean? And in the sense of, I expect Slayton to be what he is. He'll get his opportunities. Leak is going to do what he do. I'm not even worried about that. I'm only worried about is he's healthy to do what he do. That's it. So
as far as I haven't heard any reports that he's not going to be ready. We already know the toe was a toe. We heard about possible some back tightness and stuff like that, but he'll be ready. He'll definitely. Listen.
I'm confident too, bro.
I saw him at the Fan Fest. I saw the video at the Fan Fest. He looked like he's good. He looked like he's good to go. You brought up a point though. We talked about the possible attempts for Russell Wilson. I think a good number of attempts is around that 25 range, because you said if we got 40-something dropbacks, that's not a good sign for the New York Giants. I think 25 attempts is that sweet spot for us. If we're dealing with 25 attempts, that means we have established the run, and also that we might most likely win in this game. We got 25 attempts. Mark, as far as Russell Wilson, what's a good range for Russ as far as passing attempts? What do you think?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I don't think you want to be more than be 27 in that range. I don't think you definitely want to get over 30. You don't want to be over 30. I think you want to be in that 25 to 30 kind of range.
That's my max. My max.
Yeah, 230 yards, or well, you could have more yards than that because you can have some long bombs, hopefully. But you definitely don't want to be too many attempts, in my opinion. Anyway.
No, that's fair. Let me get to the super chat really quickly. Shout out to my man Joseph Wilcox. He says Jay Hart was probably not even born the last time Washington won the Super Bowl.
I think that's definitely a fact, bro. Definitely a fact. I mean, they won when Mark Rippon was playing. Let's not even get crazy, Commander fans. Let's not go there. Yeah, I've been around that long. Mark Rippon and Darryl Green. Like, let's not get crazy. Let's not act like Daniel Jones even owned y'all. Y'all were the only team he owned. So can y'all calm down? We get it, but calm down. I'm just saying.
Number 28, Darryl Green. Shout out to my man Joseph Clark with the $1.99 super chat. He says, always appreciate your content, Big Dash. Thank you very much, Joseph Clark. Man, salute to you. Thank you for the love and the support. Now, the only thing that I'm concerned about right now, and it's good news, but I'm still concerned, is obviously Dexter Lawrence is expecting a child any day now. Any day. I saw the news yesterday. I believe it was Justin Pinnock. This is the first person that I saw post about, and I said it earlier in the show. I'm hoping the baby come tonight, or the baby don't come to Monday morning. That's what I'm hoping for, right? That's what I'm hoping for. But obviously, man, the expectation is Dex is going to be on the field tomorrow. I'm not even going to say it. Dex is going to be on the field tomorrow. I was going to ask you guys a question. I don't even want to put that energy in the air right now. I'm gonna move it along.
I just want to tell you, even though you haven't asked the question, I have no idea how I would answer it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this: I have seen reporters reporting today he did make the trip. So
he made the trip.
Take it for what it's worth.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean that makes me happy. That makes me happy. I mean, obviously you're not going to be flying. His wife won't be flying herself. No. Being ready to go any day now. But you also talked about Jalin Hyatt getting involved, and a lot of people give me a lot of noise when it comes to Jalin Hyatt. Dash, why do you still believe in the guy? Dash, give it up. He's trash. Dash, what are you doing? It's over. Listen. I made a conscious decision, right? This is not changing. Like Jalin Hyatt is a New York Giant. He is a New York Giant. There comes a time where we absolutely move on from Jalin Hyatt if he's not performing. That's not today. That's not tomorrow. That's not the next couple of weeks. So for me, and I really hope that, like other Giants fans, if you feel that way about Jalin Hyatt, where you ready to throw him away, Jalin Hyatt actually being unlocked is probably one of the best things that can happen for the New York Giants. Like, I hope you understand that. We keep wanting to push him out the door. Just think. You know who else we tried to push out the door a couple years ago? Darius Slate. Darius Slate. They tried to push him out the door as well, and he ended up performing. Now, he has not turned into that wide receiver 2 yet that everybody, but he also didn't have the best quarterback play. Tomorrow should tell us a lot more. We should get an idea of what these guys can do with solid, good quarterback play. Any thoughts on that as far as Jalin Hyatt and his possible impact? And are you guys? Well, let me ask both of you guys. Mark, I already know, and actually both of you guys just answered the question. You guys still are holding on to hope for Jalin Hyatt, but how does that happen? How do we get him involved? Because right now he is wide receiver 4. He is wide receiver 4. Obviously, he said it himself that when he got to the Giants, that was his first time being an outside wide receiver. He played mainly in the slot at Tennessee and in high school and stuff like that. How do we get him involved and on the field? Because Wan'Dale Robinson is that slot wide receiver. I think he's more of a gadget guy, but how do we get Hyatt the ball?
I agree with you, man. Dash, I'm really not giving up on Hyatt. I don't know. Maybe I got some of that Giant fan energy that's just taking over my mental. But I have to trust what I saw in college, and I just feel like he just hasn't gotten the opportunity. He just hasn't. I haven't seen it. Last year, he didn't get the snaps that I thought he should have got. You know what I mean? Yeah. And in a 3-win season, I felt like we should have sunk a swim to figure out what we got. And we never did. So I feel like tomorrow is a game that we could definitely see him make a big play. I would like to see him get his confidence going at first. Give him a couple of bubble screens or whatever, a couple of hitches, get him involved early in the game. Because Leak is going to do what he do. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about it. And I know there's people out there that say, hey, you want to give Leak as many targets as possible because the Giants are a better team that way. And I get that. But we got to also have, capitalize on those opportunities when Leak is being, shadowed and bracketed, that we can go to high. We have a guy that can take the top off the defense. It's not just Slayton, and I would love to see that. So honestly, bro, I feel like if we give him a couple of opportunities where we just get him involved, give him a couple of hitches, get him a couple of targets early, let's go.
I think it's a confidence thing with Hyatt too. It's a confidence thing because we saw his reaction when he finally got the touchdown with Winston.
Yeah,
because it wasn't over the top. It was more like I can still do this type of deal. So I like that kind of energy. Shout out to my man JCNYC. My apologies for missing the super chat with the $2 super chat. He says I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. That's a lot of people.
I feel
my man Jorge said he got the NyQuil on tap already.
I got it.
For me, listen, I after the stream, maybe I make myself an old fashioned or something.
Yeah,
to help me go to bed. Mark, I don't know if you got any troubles. Again, you got the sounds of the ocean behind you, so you probably sleep like a baby all the time.
But I have no problem sleeping. None.
I absolutely believe it too, man. And then also, like I said, we saw the video earlier today. The Giants put out the video of the trip with Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau in Barbados.
Yeah,
beautiful island. You saw it, beautiful people. Didn't know they had the cave system like that out there. That's pretty cool.
Because the island's all coral stone, so you got a lot of caves like that in Barbados. Actually, caves like that are prevalent in Barbados. So we chose that one to kind of to fix it up and make it a tourist attraction and so forth. And it's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
And then my man Mark is very modest, but for those out there that don't know, he actually met the players out there, part of the team that actually ran some of those events out there for those guys. So shout out to Mark again, a true New York Giants fan. Salute to you. Salute to you. Like I said, he don't get modest. My man, Big Blue back on top says a 70-30 split running pass.
That's a little much. That's high. That's
a little much, but yeah.
That's a lot of running. Listen, I'm not mad at that. That means if we can pull that off, fantastic. But
I think the best
must be holding to at least 10 points if that's happening.
Wait a minute, we done went back to 1995 or something.
I think it's pre-1995. I don't even think it's
90. 80, 86, 70. You got Earl Campbell back. No, listen, 70-30. I mean, we're making fun of it now. 70-30 will be a ridiculous number. Not even a ridiculous number like in a bad way, but if you can actually pull something like that off, that means you're absolutely controlling the clock. Now the score might be 10-3 at the end of the day,
right?
But it's still a victory at the end of the day, man. That's hilarious.
Get us the dub, baby.
I was going to say that I think that y'all were talking about Hyatt, and the best thing I think we could do for Hyatt is to get a lead. Right. I think that's the very best thing we can do for Hyatt is to get a lead. If we get a lead, then that opens up, the playbook quite a bit, and then you can really play around. You can go empty and all that sort of thing. I think that's the best thing.
Try some things out.
Try some things out. That's how I see it. But he just has to be able to be strong at the point of contact and off the line of scrimmage. There, I think that's its issue. And even if he played more slot, he's going to have that too to deal with. So, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
He definitely got to get used to playing at that weight too, because he did get stronger. He did get is visibly. He got He just got to learn to play it that
He's
way.
he's in his head though. He's in his head.
Absolutely
Yeah.
in his head.
He's in his head, right? Because
Uh,
even in he's never had a problem catching balls or tracking balls
At all.
from what I've seen,
all.
right? And in that preseason game where he dropped those balls, he's in his head about about getting separation and stuff like that and all that. And so he's got to stop thinking about that and just play.
No, that's 100%. And like you said, he did not have those issues in Tennessee
No,
at all.
no,
He
no.
didn't have those, and even his first year,
Yeah,
some of the
didn't have
catches he made some difficult catches. The Green Bay
Yeah.
difficult catches. He was out there making plays.
Yeah.
With his hands. Like a lot of people say he's a body catcher all of a sudden.
No, he's not a body catcher.
He's not a
He's
body catcher.
He's done it. He's done it.
So he's done it before, and you guys are right. Confidence plays a big part of that. And I will say this though, because we talk about making not necessarily a point of emphasis on getting him involved. I think he has to take advantage of the opportunities as he's been provided. Like the preseason, we saw it in preseason where they made a conscious effort to get him the ball. We saw that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
took some shots for him. Again, the first 2 shots was what it was. He ended up, one might have been pass interference, the other one hit him off the shoulder. And you can see he's focused more about getting that separation, and he's pushing off. He's not quite as clean as Malik Neighbors, because a lot of people don't know that Malik Neighbors be pushing off like crazy. He knows how to do it. It's subtle.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
Hyde is fully extending, so that's gonna be a flag. I want to switch subjects because we did get some news, and it's not the news that I wanted to hear. Half the news between Cordell Flott and Tay Banks. We got the news that on first and second down, it looks like it's going to be Cordell Flott. We can't hear you. Oh, okay, no. It's going to be Cordell Flott, and then on third down, possibly bringing in Tay Banks. That's what I was hearing. Bone was at the podium talking about. To me, that means you still have not made the decision of whether or not who's going to be your CB2. Actually, you've made the decision, but you're not trying to lose Tay Banks yet. Because if he loses his job, we don't know how he might react to that. So they're trying to keep him. I think that's, that plays a part into why they're doing this quote unquote cornerback rotation, which I've never seen a cornerback 2 rotation in my life.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. I am happy though, because I do believe that Flott did outplay him. He made the most plays in preseason. He was I think he outplayed him last year as well. I don't think it was even close last year. How do you guys feel about the whole I'll call it the cornerback shuffle at CB2? How y'all feel about that?
Well, yeah. I mean, I heard the talk about bringing in Banks on third down. No, I don't know if that's like a general thing. I don't know if that's specific to this game. Maybe it's specific to this game if that's the talk. I can't imagine you would make such a general, just a comment that's general like that. I can't because I think it's going to depend on matchups, right? Depend on who you're playing, who the receivers are, who is probably the best player to be on the field. But I think that obviously they want to give. I think they just want to give it to Banks, but they can't because he wasn't. He wasn't there the last few weeks of training camp and the preseason and all that. So how can you give it to him? So, but there's still some. I saw some rumors about people saying that Banks has got to grow up and all this sort of thing. Now, well, that's true or no? I've heard that before, but
that's also BS.
Top the game.
That's BS because the timing that they dropped that, like we spent the whole summer, and what we heard coming out the building was this. They said this is the most attentive he's been in meetings. He's asking the most questions. He showed up in the best shape. They said we've been hearing all these positive things, and then who is it? Jason Lockam-Ford wants to drop this story on Wednesday or Thursday.
I don't believe it.
Anonymous Giant staffer says, he needs to grow up. It seems to me that he did grow up. He understood what he did. Like last year happened. He lived through that. And then he came in this summer with the right attitude, and then they throw this trash out there in the last minute. I don't like that. But go ahead. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No. I agree with you. I agree that I don't believe it. And every time I see, and I like to watch the players answer questions and give interviews and so forth. I kind of get a feel of their body language and their temperament and all that. And I don't see anything with Banks, and even like the little short, like when they have these silly questions that they ask.
Yeah.
I watch all those things just to kind of see, like, how are they reacting, how they're
Body language,
how
and
they're interacting, all of that sort of thing. And I don't see anything to suggest anything like that. This team seems so together, right now, right?
Yeah.
Now, of course, a lot of it will come down to whether we win games or not, right?
Yeah.
Because if we start 0-2, I mean,
the avalanche starts at 0-2.
Yeah, and especially if Russ doesn't play well, if he doesn't play well, then because everybody's anointing him the leader of the team, right?
Yeah, and also what happens is if he doesn't play well, then we're going to be here everybody calling for Dart after that. I want to get to Stephen R's question. Stephen R says, how long of a leash does Hudson have? Would you put Bo at left tackle if Hudson is a liability? Quick answer is yes. And then my leash for Hudson is a sack and 2 penalties. That's my leash. He gives up a sack and 2 penalties, he's out of here. He's out of here. That's my leash for him. Short leash, very short leash. I'm gonna pose that question to you guys. What's the leash for Hudson?
I think that sounds like a good leash to me. That sounds like a good leash to me. I think okay. I mean, I know that Bo played twice as many snaps at left tackle than right tackle during the preseason. Obviously, they wanted to try him out and see how he was doing, but he's still better at right tackle. But he's a fast learner, and you can see he's got all the tools. So there's a temptation to put him there. But just like how we're holding back Dart, I think we should hold back Bo. That's how I feel about it.
Until a sack and 2 penalties.
Until the sack and 2 penalties.
That's it.
2 penalties? 2?
Listen, a false start, maybe a hold. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. A legal man down. Listen, I don't want to. That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see no illegal man downfield. Those are play killers all the time. But go ahead, Born.
Listen, for me, it's 1 sack and 1 penalty. I'm sorry, my leash is short. I don't even have a leash. I don't even have a leash, bro. I don't even have a button on the hook. Nothing.
Oh, you don't even know what a leash is. You don't even know what a leash is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, seriously, Marcus. Like, seriously. Like, I really feel very strongly that Marcus Membo is the future of this offensive line.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm all in on him. I've seen what I need to see. I think actually Hudson, we all know the Giants, how they work. They're going to give him a chance. They're going to give him a couple of weeks before they make these decisions because they're always a day late and $1 short. That's just how they operate. You know what I mean? So I know they're going to give him enough time to sink or swim. Me personally, it's 1 sack and 1 penalty for me, honestly, because from what I see with Membo, those feet, I can't get off. I mean, I know me, point of attack. Anyone knows me knows what I'm about. I really feel like the talent is there that he can go left or right with just a little time. You know what I mean? But Hudson's going to get his chance. I honestly am looking at it as this is why I want to run the ball tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because if we just get him, just keep it simple. Hit the guy in front of you and move a guy over. And and if we get that dash, I think we'll be fine. But if we got to drop back 30, like Marcus said, 28, 30 times, even more than that. I said 40, whatever, but y'all kind of know where I'm going with it. I think we could have some issues. You know what I mean? I really do. Even with the fact, and I'm not sold on that Commanders defense, but I'm also not sold on Hudson at left tackle.
Yeah, I'm going to get to this question real quick from Kay. Kay, and this is old. I mean, it is spilled milk, but it is what it is. He said the fact that we kept Manhurts instead of Dosage, tells you we want to run. He said, I'm sure they spelled both of those names. Oh, I'm sure I spelled both of those names wrong. You did. You did spell them wrong, but it's all right. We know what you meant.
We know.
Now we know. No, I do think they want to run the ball. I'm actually happy about that. I actually had Manhurts. We did the prediction show. We did the roster prediction show. I think all of us here had Manhurts on the outside looking we chose the receiving tight ends over Manhurts.
Right.
But yeah, no, it might indicate to wanting to run the ball more, but I think I don't think it matters as much because I believe the offensive line play is better, and you don't really need to add that 12 personnel for the chipping and all other stuff. Hopefully, we can run the ball without having to go 12 personnel or heavy personnel. But still, I think that tomorrow we're going to make a conscious effort to run the ball, and Tracy being Tracy, again. We have an idea of what Scatterbull can do. We have not seen it yet because we got a small sample size in preseason.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you guys: who are you the most excited to see? One on offense, one on defense. I'm gonna go with Mark first.
On offense,
and hold on, chat can answer that question as well. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, yeah. Well, let me. Defense is easy. Abdul Carter. I mean, that's like really easy. that's very easy. I think I'm most excited to see Russell Wilson.
Okay, I'm not
because all the talk about he's done, he's cooked, he's all of this, and he's playing in a different team to the last two teams that he played in for sure. With different relationships, different vibes, and everything. The vibe is right for him in this team. He brings the experienced leadership that the Giants need. The Giants have willingly accepted it. And so I want to see if he can thrive in this environment. So I'm just very anxious to see how he's going to play. But that's it.
No wrong answers there. Jorge, what you got? Who do you want to defense, offense? Who's most excited to see?
Well, I'm gonna start with the offense. And that's a good answer, Marcus, because I actually was thinking the same kind of way you was thinking with Russ. But right. I'm gonna trust Russ because he's the veteran. You know what I mean? And I think that he is the more of the giving of my answer. So I'm gonna go with Tyrone Tracy, man. I'm gonna go with him because I think he has some what I would call low-key pressure on him. Low-key pressure on him to show that he is a starting running back in year 2, that he has made a jump because his issues with the fumbling last year was really a problem for me because other than that, I love what I saw from him. I really did. And it was just those things that I just can't, me as a Giant, I just can't get over it. So if he fixes those fumble problems, I really think he's a guy that's going to really, really help this offense. And if he can do that and take a jump in his development this year, it's going to really help us going forward, especially tomorrow. Listen, Cam Scatterbull, he was hurt, and I'm high on Scat. I am very high on him. But the facts are the facts. He is behind because of the preseason with the injury. He looked at rusty the last preseason game. So until I see he's there, I have to go with the given that I do know, and that's Tyrone Tracy. So I'm looking at him. On defense, I am all in on Abdul Carter. I am all in on Abdul Carter. Anyone that knows me has they will tell you that. I really am looking at him. I want to see him. I feel like he's getting 2 sacks tomorrow. That's number one. That's the type of time I'm on. 2 sacks tomorrow. But, and I mentioned this in the chat because, during your show, Dash, and I really do feel like that I do want to see some, and I have to put the quotations here, some plays where we do spy Daniels with him, but I want 80% rush and maybe 20 or less as far as spy. I think that he is the prototype weapon for this defense that people are going to see we can use that can take us to that next level. And I'm all about maximizing his talent. You know what I mean? And I just feel like he was drafted to stop Jaden Daniels. And if that is a piece that we can use part of the puzzle to help besides rush, I'm all in on that as well. So, that's my 2 guys, man.
I'll add this. He was drafted also to stop Jalen Hurts and also to stop Dak Prescott too.
No question.
Run them all down. Now, listen, you guys, those are great answers. I do like Russ. Yes, Tracy. Yes, Abdul Carter. That's a fact. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm I want to see this run defense.
Yeah.
I want to see this run defense. I want to see what that looks like. I want to see what Roy Robinson Harris looks like next to Dex, because we have not seen that. I want to see Darius Alexander next to Dex. And then on offense, for me, it's Russ. It's Russ too, man. I want to see quality, competent quarterback play. Get the ball out on time. Get the ball to your playmakers and let them do the rest. Now I'm gonna get to this comment. David Bourne. David Bourne says we need, and we were talking about this a little bit earlier. He says we need Hyatt on offense to be what's it? Offense to okay, unbelievable. I'm assuming he's going to say that we need Hyatt on offense to do his thing. We need Banks to play shutdown corner. I will add this also for the 2023 class, JMS. I'll add JMS to that name because that's your first 3 draft picks.
I'm glad you said that.
Class. So far, so good. Nobody has mentioned JMS at all in preseason. That means he's doing what he's supposed to do. Tomorrow is a big game for him. You got Jonathan, not Jonathan Allen. You have what's the other kid? Deron Payne.
Payne. Yeah.
You got Payne. You got Kinlaw. You got those guys that are going to be in front. You got Johnny Newton. You got to hold up tomorrow. So I'm also going to add, that guy to that. My man Sean Jackson says, good evening, fellas. The last 2 times our Giants started 1-0, their victories came on the road. I started my first year of high school when Washington last won the Super Bowl in 1991, 2025, and I'm 50. Go Giants.
Yes, sir.
Well, let me just add a little trash talk on that because I see that Jonathan Hart was talking about how Banks is Terry's boy, but I just want him to know the last 2-3 times that Terry played us, he didn't even cut 50 yards, okay? So, I mean, I don't...
Combined.
Right. So, I mean, like, hey, I mean, he hasn't really been doing much against us for the last few times we played him. So, hey, we've gone quiet.
Commander fans always overrating Terry, man. They always they still out here in these chats and in these social media talking about he better than the league. They, this is what they do. And it's like I don't even be hating on Terry, but it's like they just go over the line all the time. That's what they do.
I wanted the deal done with Terry. I wanted Terry to be there. Yeah, I wanted all these players to be there. That way, when we beat them tomorrow, no excuses.
That's right.
No excuses. My man Stephen R says 60-40. We done moved it a little bit. 60-40 run the pass. I still think it's flipped. I think 60-40 pass to run. It's still 2025 at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
We're
never going to get to that point where it's going to be more. I mean, unless you.
It was equal last year, I think.
It was.
It was equal last year.
The running back did come back last year. The running back, and some people got paid too.
Yeah,
Saquon got paid. Got a deal with the Ravens, a new deal, because Saquon got new money. Henry got new money with the Ravens as well, because they started off with a nice, reasonable deal at first, and then it ballooned to something else. I'm old school. I played running back in the day. I appreciate the running game. I will always be a fan of the running game. We know what it is. What else? Jonathan Hart is still going. Again,
he's still going.
Shout out! He said the Giants equal the Browns of the Saints.
Wait a minute. Wait,
hold on. First of all, it's just not true. It's just not like somebody tell me the last time the Browns won a Super Bowl. Somebody tell me. The Saints won one in the 2000s, so you can have that. But when was the last time and also the Browns had how many quarterbacks in the last 10 years? 20, 30 quarterbacks? Like, come on, man. Look, and guess what, though? Jonathan, I know you might not want to believe this, but you're actually closer to the Browns than the Giants are.
Talk about it, Dash. Come on now. When
was your last Super Bowl? You talk about the Saints. The Saints got one this millennium.
I mean,
the last time your Super Bowl is on VHS somewhere in somebody's basement. Your Super Bowl, that's where your Super Bowl is. 91 against the Bills. In somebody's in your grandfather's basement with a bunch of dust and old Christmas ornaments on top of it. That's where your Super Bowl tape is. But go ahead, Jorge. My fault.
Before that, sorry to cut you off real quick. Let me just throw this in here for Mr. Jonathan. Okay, before Jaden Dings had the success he had last year. Shout out to him. He had a success last year. The last time your quarterback won a playoff game was Mark Brunell. So let's not do that. Let's just not. And since 2005, the Giants are 26-13 against your Washington Commanders. So what? All of a sudden, you get one good year, and we got one of these kind of Commander fans in here, like they've just been doing it the whole time. But yeah, you go off. You'll see tomorrow, though. You'll see.
That's all we can say at the end of the day. Listen, I understand. Cloud9. Were you gonna say something, Mark? My fault.
No. I'm just agreeing with everything you're saying. I mean, like I don't quite, I mean, really. You have to.
You know what I think about? This is what I'm thinking about. We're a little bit older. We played Mario Brothers. Remember they had that floating cloud in Mario Brothers guy, and the guy would throw stuff from the cloud. And what happened to that guy? You had to do what to him? You had to shoot him down. I understand you're on Cloud9.
Stomp the head out.
It feels good. It feels good to make it to the NFC Championship. I know it does. I understand why you feel the way that you feel.
A lot of close games, though.
Yeah. Shootouts. Because your defense was trash. It is.
Playing bum-ass quarterbacks for the whole season. But hey, whatever. Go on.
I saw there was a guy in the chat, William Horton. He's asking for my link. I'm sorry, but I don't have a link.
Yeah, we've been trying to get my man Mark to start a channel for a while now. We've been pushing for it, and he lets it. And whenever he has time to do it, he will do it. We're gonna keep pushing for it though, because a lot of people enjoy Mark's content. So shout out again.
Yes,
you get a lot of love and support too, Mark. Shout out to you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, William.
Yeah, thank you, William. That's a fact. Thank you, William. Let me see what we got here. Oh, the people. Listen, Jonathan done opened up a can out there. He says Jonathan Hart says Dash is high, not as high as you on Cloud9. and it's going to be a humbling fall for you tomorrow, because it's humbling. No net either. Y'all, you just out there. You're gonna fall with no net. My man Lucas Levinson says, Big Dash, what's your percentage chance that the Giants win? Over 50%. Listen, yeah, I'm over 50%. I don't know if you can't tell, Lucas. I don't know why you can't tell. I'm over. Listen, I'm like 80% sure. I don't know if that's reassuring to anybody else. That's how good I feel about it. That's absolutely how good I feel about it, because again, I don't know what this defense is going to look like. I don't know what this offense is going to look like. So Dan Quinn doesn't know either. Dan Quinn doesn't know. Cliff Kingsbury doesn't know. But we do have the reports on the Commanders, though. We know what to expect from the Commanders. The only wrinkle they got right now is Deebo Samuels. And San Fran ran that man in the dirt long enough, so we know what he's capable of, too. And maybe it's a jet sweep. You're most likely going to run a jet sweep. I don't know if that's going to be the first play of the game, but we're going to be aware of the jet sweep. You might see a fake jet sweep, though. And a little,
too.
Yeah, so, that too. That too, but and we ain't worried about it. We are not worried about it at all. At all, man. And again, we'll find out tomorrow. Shout out to Luann. She said, Hart, go to sleep. Go to bed. With Jackson 5. Joseph, go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed, man. JJ says 1,000%. That's a fact. Tommy McKay says belt to ass tomorrow. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. We done hit the 2-hour mark, fellas. Any close? Because again, listen, I'm telling you, I'm one old fashioned away from going to sleep, waking up in the morning, and getting ready for this game. I'm telling you, that's probably the plan. I got the ready-made old fashioned. I got the fancy cherries and all that. I think that's what I'm gonna do as soon as I get out of here. But any closing thoughts, Born? I'm gonna go with you first, man. Any closing thoughts? Anything you want to say regarding the game? Let the people know where you're gonna be tomorrow and all that stuff. Let the people know. Listen,
first of all, salute to you, Dash, and everyone that's out there. Please subscribe to my guy, man. I mean, if you haven't already, for the newcomers, where you been at, man? Go hit my guy Dash with that subscribe. But listen, honestly, I really feel like the Giants are going to win this game tomorrow. I think that our defense is going to rise tomorrow. They are going to make a statement. They're going to go out there and they are going to make Jaden Daniels' life a living hell tomorrow. Honestly, I really do, because like Dash said, they don't know what to expect what the Giant defense is going to throw out there tomorrow. Now, I'm going, maybe I have a little blind faith because of Shane Bowen. To me, there's no excuse for him. He's got to do the job, okay? Because the talent is there. So I'm gonna go by it. I'm just gonna go by the obvious. Pass rush, and I think Adebo is an X factor tomorrow. That I think he can actually have a turnover tomorrow and change this game tomorrow. And sometime he's gonna make an impact. So I just love what I see from this defense and the matchups they have out there. And I think the Giants are winning tomorrow, man. I really do. And I think Russell Wilson is gonna keep those people out there that are saying, hey, give me Dart, a little quiet this week. They take their business tomorrow. For the Commander fans out there that's real arrogant and cocky, be easy. Be easy, okay? Just go ahead and go look at the quarterbacks your defense played against last year overall for the most of the season, okay? And come tell me that just based off the limited additions you made this offseason, that all of a sudden you guys are just going to go to the Super Bowl, okay? Because as good as Jaden Daniels is, he ain't Jesus Christ. He don't play defense, y'all.
You can't tell that to a Commander
take their business. I got us winning, and I can't wait for it.
Let me get a prediction. Let me get a score.
I'm sleep tonight. Let
me get a score prediction before you go.
Well, on my score prediction on my preview, I did put 23-19 Giants. I did. I put 23-19 Giants. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a nice little double-digit win. I really wouldn't. I'm going to be humble and just say 23-19. But one of those 23-19 wins, that is a lot. The score doesn't tell the whole story, honestly. like I can definitely see like a late score to make it a little more presentable. You know what I mean, Dash? Let's go Giants, baby.
That's a fact. Thank you, Jorge. And again, hopefully you can sleep tonight. The NyQuil is there.
It's not happening. It's not happening, my brother. It's not.
All right, bro. You have a good night. Salute to you. Thank you for hanging out with me, man.
Thank you.
Later.
Appreciate you.
Okay, more sports segment. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Mark. I do want to get to this question though from Luann before we get to your closing thoughts. She says, Dash, I had asked a question earlier. I'm glad you rewrote it down. She said, if the Giants dominate, but the score is close, but we lose because of a dumb mistake, I will be absolutely upset. I'll be distraught. And mainly because I got to come on here and most likely Jonathan Hart is going to show up in the comments and not let me breathe even a little bit. And I don't blame him for that. But we're not going to hope for that, though. We're not going to hope for that. I will feel very, 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 very upset if we did something like that where we were dominating and then we lose because of a dumb mistake. And it better not be James Hudson that made the mistake. I'll say that. I'll say that. And whoever called Luann auntie, if you're not a Giant fan, you can't call Luann auntie. That's our auntie. Whatever. That's our auntie. All right, Mr. Mark, any closing thoughts? Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Sure. I'm expecting the offense to perform much better. That I'm totally expecting. I fully expect that to happen. I do expect the defense to be better. The question is how much better. So that's a big question mark for me. And that's a big question mark, not because if you look back at defense last year, okay, we couldn't stop the run, but I don't think people realize the defense wasn't like if the defense was like at the bottom, it was like around 20th or 21st overall, right? Yep. So it's not like if it was horrible, but the run defense was horrible. And of course, if you're not scoring any points, it hurts. So if the offense is better, then this defense should be cooking. It should be cooking. I'm expecting that. I just don't know to what level, but I expect it to be cooking.
If we're playing with a lead,
forget it. Forget it. That's how I feel about this right now. But I'm in the business of, I gotta see it to believe it. Yeah. So I'm not going to pick the Giants to win.
Uh-oh. Let me know. What's
I
the
think it's
prediction?
going to be close, but I'm not picking the Giants. I want the Giants to win desperately, but
I'm glad.
just
Listen, I'm
based,
glad Jorge. I'm glad Jorge left already. I'm glad Jorge left already.
just based on what we have on paper,
Yeah.
I just can't just go with the on paper thing. But just
Okay.
based on what we've done historically and what they have been doing, and why I look at how they've constructed their team and so forth, I'm not going to say we're definitely going to win. I want us to win, but I'm not going to say we're going to win. That's where I'm at.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, hey, thinking with your brain and not your heart. I get it. But tomorrow, when we do it, because I'm confident enough for both of us.
Okay.
I'm confident enough for both of us. I'll say what you don't want to say. New York Giants are packing up the Washington Commanders and shipping them to Green Bay, ground shipping. No next day air, no 2-day air. I'll say that. Any other closing thoughts before you get out of here, Mark?
No, that's it. I mean, I really hope that we do win, and that'll be great. And I would say that especially if we win in a confident way, we'll then watch out.
Okay. All right.
But I don't expect us, even if we lose, I don't expect us to go 0-2. I don't expect us to go 0-2, by the way.
Okay. You don't expect the blowout either, right?
No, I don't expect a blow, and I don't expect us to lose against Dallas.
Okay, I'll take it. And we'll be right back here next week doing the same thing again. No, I appreciate you as always, Mark. You have a good night. Hopefully, like you said, you got no troubles going to sleep.
None.
See you. We'll see you tomorrow. Victory Sunday for the New York Giants. You have a good night, man.
Take care, Dash.
Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, let me go ahead and fix this. All right. So I'm gonna get to just some more comments before we get out of here. My man, Greg, where you been? Greg, where you been? He says, Dable can't leave any points on the board for us to win. That means kick every field goal. Come on now. We're going to listen. We do need all the points, though. Luann says, damn, I ain't that old. Listen, don't let people disrespect. I get called on call all the time. It is what it is. That's these youngins. That's the YNs. Shout out to my man Juke in the building. He says, one more sleep, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, one more sleep. That's a fact. Tomorrow is game day. We're only a couple hours away from seeing the team play. I'm happy about it. I am happy about it. Let's see. And Jonathan Hart, I done showed you enough love today. You're not getting any more love in the chat. In the chat. Man, was it the Juke says he got it 24-23. King T'Challa says 28-7. G-Men. Twist said, Twist is getting that, Jonathan, too. I told you guys to pack them up, and guess what? Y'all doing that. D'Angelo says 35-13. Luann says, I ain't old, but don't let that man bother you. Don't let him bother you. Matt Burke kicked us a Super Bowl with 5 field goals, and we needed every one of them. Don't get me started on times until the kickers did us some justice for sure. The kickers did us some justice for sure. So we're gonna go ahead. Bonnie with the late score prediction, 31-20. I'm assuming you're talking about the Giants. Shout out to Bonnie. Michael Knight, what's going on, Michael Knight? Shout out to Jersey in the building. Dash, we need you at home. Giants game. What's up? Listen, that's the ultimate plan, man. My mother's still out there, family's still out there. I gotta get out there for a game for sure, man. Maybe this year is the year for that. Let's see. Jonathan Hart said, "Commanders run this stream now." Nah, you just like I said, we just enjoyed the comments. We enjoyed the comments. Bonnie says, "Giants, baby, that's a fact." So my closing thoughts. Before I get out of here. Obviously, everybody's excited for this game tomorrow. We can feel it in the chat. We can feel it in the air. New York Giants are ready, man. We've been anticipating what this defense can do. We've been hopeful to see what this offense can do. On paper, everything looks good. Bonnie also says that the X factor is Tyrone Tracy. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Also. Sama, is it Jay Sama? Jay Sama is still good tomorrow. As far as I know, he is good to go. As far as the injury report goes, I believe only one player made it to the injury report, and that was Andrew Thomas with a doubtful. But everybody else should be available to go. Will they play? That's not 100%, but they should be ready to go. Mark says, come for the October 9th game, Philly at the Giants. That would be one. That would be one to circle for sure. That would be one to circle. I'm trying to get out of here. You guys keep going with the comments. Chris Ice says, defense is key to unlock this kicking. That's a fact. Shout out to my man Prince in the building. He says, I got into an argument with a Vikings fan. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. He said, I took the plastic off the Newport box and said, looks a lot like a Vikings trophy case. Clear and empty. Can't wait. Listen, and we don't even play the Vikings for a while. It's a while, right? Man, shout out to Prince, man. What's going on, bro? How you doing, man? But yeah. So, like I said, we can let's not worry about Jonathan Hart anymore. It is what it is. He got his comments off. We got our comments off as well. We had some fun tonight. But in closing, tomorrow's game day. This is what we've been waiting for. There's a lot of anticipation. There's a lot of expectations that these Giants go out there, and it also helps because the way these guys have been talking trash, the Commanders been talking trash when they just got relevant. It will be one of the best things to do is to shut the Commanders up and shut the fans of the Commanders up as well. And then tomorrow celebrate our victory. Celebrate our victory tomorrow, man. Hopefully everybody can join again after the game. I will be live after the game if you can. Fantastic. If you can't, it is what it is. You'll be here in spirit at the end of the day anyway. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation.